What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Tino's Time Wrestling. It's Saturday afternoon. We're getting ready for Revolution tomorrow night. We're getting ready for WrestleMania in Hollywood. And now it's time, guys, on the Retro Series to go back and watch WrestleMania 21 Goes Hollywood. The last time WWE had WrestleMania in Hollywood. Now, 18 years later, I can't even believe I'm saying that it's been 18 years since this one has been. I remember watching this, ordering it, having a WrestleMania party. But guys, here we are. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood today here on Tino's Time. And I was lucky enough to be able to find a special guest to come and hang out with me on this one. We've done a few by ourselves. Tino's getting lonely. So let's welcome a first-time guest here on Tino's Time. You may have seen her on Twitter. From Gina, repping the Bay Productions, it's Gina. Everybody, let's welcome Gina to Tino's Time. How you doing, Gina?
Thanks hey, Tino. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. So I know we were kind of talking a little bit off like camera and everything, and like you said, you don't really remember like too much of this WrestleMania. So what do you remember like around like summer of like 2005?
It was actually around the time when because I had just stopped watching wrestling probably around 2002, maybe 2003. So I remember that some of the guys trailing off around that time. So it's going to be familiar to me, most of the cast of characters, if you will.
Honestly, it's kind of good going into that sometimes because you don't know, and then you see some things, and some things kind of make sense and everything like that. And that is kind of like what happened because, like, as you know, I've been going back, and we started with 16, and now we're doing 21. And that you're absolutely right. Where 19 was the last Austin, Rock's last one was 20. We see glimpses of Hulk Hogan and stuff like that, but it's kind of like the new crop. It's Cena, it's Edge, Batista, all those guys, like the guys like that, like we're like from the Ruthless Aggression era and everything. So before we do get to the card, and in case everybody does not know, let's show them that match card and all the matches that we will be watching here. I had to take the DVD poster because they weren't making match cards back then, so I had to literally look up the DVD and take the back of it because I couldn't do it. So guys, the match card for this one is we got the first ever Money in the Bank match. If you guys don't remember, Money in the Bank used to be just at WrestleMania. I've been saying I think they should just bring it back. Have women's on night one, have men's on night two, or I think that would be a great idea. We have the last WrestleMania that Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, performs at, and he takes on Mr. 619, his best friend, Rey Mysterio. I hope Rey Mysterio beats the crap out of Dominic. And I think Dominic actually shows up on this one. So it's going to be funny to see and think about 18 years later. They're going to probably be facing each other. We have the Undertaker, the Dead Man, taking on Randy Orton. And at this time, he was the Legend Killer. We have a women's title match, Trish Stratus versus Christy Hemme with Lita. Lita by Christy's side.
Oh, wow.
And then we have probably a match that I'm excited to rewatch. I haven't watched in a while is Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. This is when Kurt Angle was doing "I'm a sexy Kurt." Sexy Kurt. I was watching because I went back and watched some of the Raws and SmackDowns, and I saw that. I'm like, oh my god, this is where it's from. We got Benoit versus Akebono. I probably said that wrong, guys, but it's a sumo match. If you guys remember, we have a. I don't know. I don't remember that one too much. I don't know if I'm excited to rewatch that one. But we have the two co-main events, and it is where two legends or two Hall of Fame careers begin. WWE Championship, we got John Cena, leader of the C Nation at the time, taking on the wrestling god JBL with Orlando Jordan and everybody else by his side. And then the main event here on WrestleMania 21 was the winner of the 2005 Royal Rumble, Batista, taking on the Game, Triple H, with Ric Flair by his side. And this is when Batista famously did the thumbs up, and then he did the thumbs down, and Evolution was broken up. So those are all the matches that we got going down here tonight, everybody. I was hoping the picture was going to cover everything, but it literally covered nothing. So, everybody, before we get to press play, let's get to the chat. Let's see how everybody's doing here. We got Hassan in the building. What's up, Hassan?
Hi, Hassan.
What's up, Mick? Mick, why are you ruining stuff? Mick, Mick, what the heck? Well, she just said she hasn't watched it and you want to ruin it. What the heck? I hate spoilers. I hate it so much. It's like, wow. Hassan says, how you doing?
I do want to note that I was invited by my brother and the whole family went. I think this was back in 2014 to Monday Night Raw in San Jose, and I had to get used to new characters, Roman Reigns, and all
like,
these.
Who the hell are these guys?
Yeah, and I said, okay, but you know what? I'm there, and I even bought a Roman Reigns T-shirt. I don't know what happened to it, so I thought, and I was thinking today, where the fuck is that Roman Reigns T-shirt? I think I gave it away or something.
I mean,
but
it
would have been cool.
And that's the thing. You just never know. It's one of those things that, like, thinking about that. That's when Roman started, and now thinking he's the head of the table. He's main eventing WrestleMania this year. Some of those things, like, I'm the same way. There's so many things I have, like a John Cena that I wish I kept, like his shirts and stuff that I think about now. I'm like, damn. I have no idea where they're. Even if they don't fit me, they're still like cool because they don't make. As soon as they stop making the T-shirts, I realize they don't ever make them again, and then you got to go buy them on eBay for $50. That people try and rip you off.
Way overpriced, yeah.
Speaking of overpriced, WWE 2K23 comes out in 11 days. $130 for a video game.
Oh God! Yeah, sounds like when I buy my son the NBA 2K.
Oh God. That's
and he wants the deluxe edition.
Of course, that's how my cousin. You got to get the deluxe Madden Ultimate. I used to make my mom go to the midnight premieres with me for like Madden and everything, and I'd make her stand out in line with me because I wouldn't want to go by myself.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Mom. Thanks, Mom. We got Eric. What's up, Eric? How you doing?
Hi, Eric.
We got Daniela Thompson. What's up, Daniela?
What's up, Danielle?
Thanks for coming and hanging out, Daniela. I appreciate it. She says, Gina, I love you.
I love you too.
Is Daniela your best BFF, best friend?
She is, and you know what? She's a huge WWE fanatic.
True. Well, there you go. Maybe Daniela could come and hang out one time. Daniela, both of you guys come and hang out sometime.
She's in the right place. Look, she's a big fan.
It's about to go down. I've been watching wrestling since the 80s and 90s. Wow. See, that's I'm the only person in my family now that watches it. I can't even get anybody to watch it with me anymore. Like they just will not do it. It's so depressing. And it's just like I wish they would because they did watch it like in the 80s and 90s, and it's like I just would know I wish I knew some of the things because they didn't have Raws and SmackDowns back then. They didn't start doing that till like the late 90s. So,
right. Yeah.
And it just like I think it'd be my great uncle was telling me stories about Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. He was like around like WrestleMania 1 and everything. I was just like, oh my God, like just how much it really has changed.
Apparently, I used to go to wrestling when I was in a stroller. That's what they told me.
That my grandma's apparently had me meet RVD and all these superstars, and I barely remember. I'm like, well, that would have been great if I remember. Like,
you know,
you bring us when we're young, and then when we want to go, you don't want to bring us. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I actually went to wrestling when I was a kid, like 12 years old, with my uncle, and I remember Randy Macho Man Savage and against Hulk Hogan, and I said, you know, who's going to win this match, and are they really going to have a title fight not on television? And you know, blah blah blah.
It just used to be so much better. Like I'm watching the stuff from 2007 right now to get ready for next week when I have to do like 23 and stuff. And it's just rewatching. That's kind of the stuff I remember. And it's like watching it from there to now. It's like, what happened? And it's just like, I don't understand. So we will obviously start talking a lot more when we start the show. So let me press play because as I told you, as soon as we get done here, I got to go. And we will be guys back in half an hour to watch WrestleMania 22 because I forgot that Revolution was on tomorrow. So I was like, oh, got to do a doubleheader here. So I press play. So if you want to press play and if anybody wants to join the timestamp, we just joined. So they're just about to do the national anthem. I forgot who did this. Oh, Lillian did it this year. Even this now, they don't like have many good people that like do it anymore. Like compared to like what they used to do. Like these old ones are just so good.
Yeah.
They should just low key take the old ones and just use them.
Right. It's few and far between nowadays.
Very much so.
Sometimes they should just do like a guitar.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, honestly.
Carlos Santana play, and that's it.
I mean, honestly, it would be so much. Hey, Rick, we got Rick. Rick, was Rick Flair? Did somebody Rick can't come in, and I didn't see somebody named Rick come in? I try to keep up with the chat. Sometimes it goes so fast that I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
WrestleMania happened my senior year of high school. I don't even, what year was I? I graduated, I think I was in third grade, fourth grade. I don't know. You don't have to tell us what grade you were in. It's okay. Tino, is this where Cash? No. This is where he wins it. This is the first ever one. This is when they still haven't had HD either, too. This is like when they still had the two little black things on like the side. They didn't start that. Was it like 2008? I think it was. They finally got HD.
Yeah.
Yes, this is facts. Randy does need to come back. We need Randy Orton back ASAP. I miss the Legend Killer. It's so sad because like there's so many people that we hated growing up, and now like we love them and like we miss them.
Right.
Do you ever have that guy or that girl that you like hated that like you like love now?
There's a lot of people that I was like, oh, I can't stand them, and then I'm like, damn. Like even Iron Sheik, like I follow his Twitter account. Like I don't know if it's really him running it, but it's got to be a rep. Do you follow it on Twitter?
I think so. I think I just started to because I saw one of his I didn't realize he was so active and he actually knew how to do it because like there's so many people. I know
whoever it is running it, it's my favorite account, and I'm constantly retweeting it and stuff. Oh my god! It's like whenever someone dies, like let's say I don't know some actor. So and so, Bubba, you were the best, love you, or something like that. Like
it's every time.
Or like Hulk Hogan is the biggest jabroni. I'll break him and suplex him and all this, and I'm just dying. Or like, it's a fruitful day and go fuck yourself. Like
really,
it's hilarious. Oh, sweet dreams and go fuck yourself. Like it's just fucking hilarious.
Danielle says you look fly.
Aw, thank you so much.
Jonathan, I do too, bro. I think we all do.
Yes, Eddie Guerrero. Man, I used to love Jimmy Superfly Snuka and those guys. Jimmy, wait, who is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? That's going way back to when I was a kid.
That's way back.
Yeah.
But those were like all the ones too that I've kind of watched, but like those are the ones that like I really do need to like go back and watch more of because I like don't know like I really haven't watched like any of the 80s stuff.
Yeah. Cuz that's what got me really into it. And then there was a cartoon with,
that's
all
right.
those. Yeah.
Do you remember the cartoon they added on the network for a while?
When was that?
It was around like 2014, 2015. I forgot what it was called. No.
I don't know. No, I just remember the 80s one. It was actually pretty good. It was funny.
The greatest WrestleMania was that was 25, right? Yeah, 25. What was your favorite one that you've like watched or that you like remember like watching like growing up or?
Oh God, I don't know which one it was, but I remember King Kong Bundy was in it. Like just everybody good was in it.
I'm trying to think of which because I know he competed at some of them, but I think I know what you're talking about because like I've watched that True WrestleMania documentary about 800 times, and I think I can't remember which one they just
it was outside.
Was that 8?
I
think it was 8.
It was outside. I remember that.
Chris might know. Chris, if you know, which one was the one outside? Was it 8?
everybody was there. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant,
The ones
like,
outside too are always so much better. I don't know why.
yeah.
I cannot
Um,
wait to see somehow how they do some of these like movie programs because I really hope they don't do like the same thing that they did like at 21 that they do this year, where like we started off with like all this little commercials and then
oh
they,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Because it's like then that's literally what you're doing is just literally copy and pasting what you did from 18 years ago. I'm just really interested to see like how much different they do because I mean
Yeah.
compared to how much has changed, I mean
Hey, so
shit's
do they still do cage matches?
yes. It's
Okay,
just
good.
not as often they've had like Hell in the Cell pay-per-views and everything like that, but they like got to the point where like they were doing like one or two a year and they like weren't good at all or they just weren't meaning anything. So we haven't seen one
Oh,
in a minute. I
okay.
I, I think we're gonna see one with Edge and Finn, to be honest. I think that's what we're gonna see like at this year's WrestleMania. But
Mhm.
for a while there, they just like like what for like how the cage matches were like a big thing, and for a while
Yeah,
there, they just didn't mean anything. So
right.
I'm hoping that they will start meaning a little bit
'Cause
more.
those used to be good to watch.
Oh, they were so good.
Like, really good. Yeah.
I think the match we start off with is Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. So I did put the
Mhm.
vote up for you guys. If you guys want to go and vote, if you have not seen this, only once a year. Man, I miss JR so much.
Oh, God.
He
I
does the
remember that.
AEW now.
Oh, okay. I thought about getting into that when it first came out. Did you watch that?
Yeah, yeah, I watch it all except Impact and Ring of Honor. I need to give myself somewhat of a break from wrestling, but I say that and I still end up watching wrestling when I don't want to watch wrestling. Like I feel like I've been living in like every year because I've been like getting ready for each show, and I feel like I've been living like reliving every year since like 2000. Every time I watch one of these, because this is like because I've been telling people, and I used to have like WrestleMania parties. My dad, we would have like DirecTV and TiVo, and we had like that
Yeah.
black box that you would get all the pay-per-views on. So
Yep, yep.
we get all the pay-per-views and have WrestleMania parties. So like this is the first one I actually remember having like my friends over. We were all sitting there hanging out, and my one friend who'll be joining me for 22 tonight after we get off with this one, and he's a huge Rey Mysterio fan. So every time I see like Rey Mysterio and Eddie, it always like brings me back to like the times where we would like be sitting there like watching it, and like this also being like his last one is kind of
Uh-huh.
crazy too because
Okay.
then obviously next year Ray is fighting for him.
Mm.
Those lowriders that he came out in were so cool. You ever drive one of those types of cars?
No.
Who was your all-time favorite superstar? Like, who was that guy that you were like wearing the t-shirts and like running around and everything?
So unfortunately, I when I first got into wrestling, I was one of those like Hulk Hogan followers, and regrettably. And then, but later down the line, I liked the bad guys like Jake the Snake Roberts, and then I liked the British Bulldogs. Um, and then when I went back into wrestling, The Rock was my favorite.
Oh, he's
I
so
just loved him against Mankind. I thought their whole like shtick was the funniest shit I ever seen.
oh, it was so great. It was. Do you remember the I Quit match that they did? Wasn't it like in a no like nobody was there, or was that not an I Quit match?
Backstage,
Was it backstage that they were like fighting and there was like nobody
yes.
in the crowd and everything like that?
Oh my god, so fucking funny.
Oh, they're so great.
I
I,
love their whole chemistry. It was just hilarious.
and the fact that like they could like do it like after being gone for so long and then you could come back and still do it like just that just proves how much chemistry like because people could change and it's just like they did not miss a beat with
Yeah,
each other. Rock and
yeah.
Sock Connection will I think put on
Hmm.
as one of the best tag teams. And it's funny because they really like didn't like do like, you know, they weren't like the New Day or they weren't like anything like, but they
Yeah.
were like, and I feel like at that time though it was more about like the entertainment where like the wrestling was good and everything, but like you like we remember the backstage, we remember like
Yeah.
Rock and Mankind when they did the when he brought all of his like family members and his teachers and everything, and he had that big celebration for him and everything like that. It
Yeah.
just like all of that was so great.
Yeah. I
Battle
liked
has begun, guys. Match is underway, just so you guys know.
I also like the crazies on there too, like Kane and
Oh
and
god.
Undertaker, but that whole like scene, and Undertaker's like kind of like leading Kane and stuff. And I was just like, low key, rooting for Kane and stuff. And me and my so I'd watch it with my mom and my dad and my brother Ryan, who was really into it. He was in high school at the time, so he got us into it. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm watching wrestling." I'm like, "Man, I haven't seen wrestling in forever." So we would all make it like, okay, Monday nights is wrestling, Thursday nights is wrestling, and of course Sundays and stuff. We'd watch whatever came on. And yeah, so it was just like a family event. We'd all pick our spots where we were gonna sit, But yeah, and so we like make fun of like Gangrene stuff, whatever his name was, and just the Too Cool, I just all these
Oh.
names now are coming back.
It's so funny like how like when you do start thinking about that like that it's like how like all the stuff comes back, and it's so crazy to think like that wrestling does that where like it brings back these memories that like you thought you forgot, and then you're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, like I remember. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
wow. And they're at least good ones for the most part.
Yeah.
Like I know with wrestling, like I'll be honest, like wrestling for me in high school was like my coping thing. Like I remember so much of wrestling from like that 4 year span I was in high school because I think I watched so much of it that it's just like crazy how like a sport can do that.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
I see behind you you're a 49ers and Golden State Warriors fan
Yep.
from the
And
day
San
and
Francisco
the
Giants.
and the Giants. Okay. How you feeling about the Giants this year for baseball?
Well, since we didn't get Aaron Judge or Carlos Correa,
I mean, oh, would you have wanted to deal with the Carlos Correa
no,
Tremunda that whatever the hell that was?
no.
Yeah,
It's
I remember I made like 6 shorts just about Correa, and he went 6 different teams. I'm just like,
no, it's just the whole like feeling behind it, like the beginning, stages of like we're mad at our owner right now because we thought he was gonna like spend the money and get someone good. And then in hindsight, Aaron Judge obviously wanted to stay with the Yankees. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, we can not replicate what we did last season. And the season before that, we have Buster Posey.
a Buster
Um,
Posey.
I mean, he
I
retired,
love
so
Buster.
fuck, he is just. Oh my god! I mean, you see the difference after he
Yeah,
retired. Went to shit.
he was that
So
he was that guy. Like he was the guy that like kind of kept them together. I feel like for a long time,
yep,
and even
yep.
like that year that weird thing that they had where they were good. What was it? They were good in odd years, and but they were bad in even years, and
No, reverse. We were
was it
good and even, and then
even?
bad and odd. Yep,
Okay,
yep.
because
Yeah.
you guys won the World Series what 2010,
2010, 2012, and
12, 14.
2014.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, that's right. I always remember that because I
Yeah.
always get confused. Was it like 11? Because I think 11 that was like the Phillies in Texas, or remember when the Phillies and Texas faced each other like 3 years in a row for some
No,
odd reason? I
fuck
was
the
just like,
Phillies.
oh, I
Fuck the
I feel
Eagles.
you, but
Fuck the Phillies. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck,
oh god,
fuck
oh
them
no,
all.
I got an Eagles fan in here. I don't know if he's in here. He said he doesn't like the retro series, but that he was crying when the Eagles lost on the Super Bowl. I was like, bro, it's like I was just so I feel you. I have so many fans that are. I have only friends that are Cubs fans, and and I'm like a Sox fan. I have like one friend that's a Sox fan. And we all get harassed by like, all the Cubs fans. It's very frustrating. It's just like go away. How's
What am
Golden
I?
State doing? I haven't.
Oh yeah. They're on a 5-game win streak right now.
Oh, hey, that works. We got Steve in the house. What's up, Steve? When WrestleMania first came to Hollywood, excellent choice and an excellent mania. Yes, first time it did go to Hollywood. Steve, I can't believe it's been 18 years. We got Tommy T in the house. He says he's a Red Sox fan. Do you like the Red Sox?
I don't care either way.
You don't care. It doesn't hurt you if they win or lose.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't Babe Ruth on the Red Sox at one point?
I, I, I think he was in the. I think it was the Babe Ruth Red Sox Yankees thing, if I'm not
There
mistaken.
was that, yeah, the
Yeah,
curse of the Bambino.
yes, that's what it was. I
Mhm.
forgot what movie that was. I remember like I think it was wasn't it? I think it was Everyone's Hero, that little baseball movie where like the bat talked and the baseball talked and the kid was on like a mission to get the bat back to Babe Ruth.
Oh shit.
I always remember. I see, like the things that are coming back to me too. I kind of forgot about that movie. Eric, I think it's going to be Dragon Lee, or we should maybe see HBK get back in the ring. Probably not though. I'll just take a dream on that one. I just wish HBK would make up for that match that he had with Undertaker and Kane and Triple H like 5 years ago. Did you ever see that like highlight or that match that they had?
No.
No. They had a match like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was just like not good to see any of them move around in the ring, and it like just
Mhm.
completely made everything that Shawn did at WrestleMania just not look as good because he just like completely like trashed his image.
Oh,
It was not good.
and Triple H, man.
He's another one I hated for so long. I think I
Yeah.
only started like liking him around like 20, like 16, 17, because I still hated him like when he did the Daniel Bryan stuff and everything, and then when when like just the whole thing he did with like Stephanie and everything, like back in the day and everything,
Yeah.
like when DX was running the show.
hmm Yeah, I didn't like him either, but now it's like LeBron. I hate LeBron, but I respect his game.
Yeah, that's how I feel about LeBron. I just, I don't know. I'm just over the comparisons. If I have to hear more comparisons to this person or that person, it's just like, why they're great. Like it was great for their generation. Like
Yeah.
they got Michael. I sadly got LeBron. These people are gonna get Steph, like the kids now.
Mhm.
My little cousin bought a Steph jersey. I'm like, "Have you watched the Golden State game?" He said no. I was like, "Bro," I was like, "What are you doing?"
At
I
least
was,
watch.
I mean, yeah, I was just like, "Come on, man." Do you remember all of their like? Do you remember what you were doing like around all of their like title runs or their title run, I should say? Because what would they went like? They won what, 2 or 3?
They won 3 out of 4 between
3 out of 4.
2015 and like 2019. So
Basketball's
yeah.
not my forte, so I always forget like the years. I always remember like the winners, but I always get mixed up with like the years. So it was 3 out of 4. I thought it was like 3 out of 6 or
Wait.
something.
Oh wait, it was three out of wait, it was one. It was 4 out of 5 years. Wait, 2015. They won 2015, 2017, 18, and 21. So 6 years. So 4 out of 6 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, that's
Because
better then.
I forgot they lost in 2019 as well, and
That's
and
right.
then they
That
had
was the
that year when Steph was out and Clay was out, and yeah,
That's right. Yeah, everybody was out.
yeah. And then the year after Clay tore his ACL, he tore his Achilles, and then they went to try to get in the play-in, and then they lost against the Grizzlies, so they didn't even get to the
That's
playoffs.
that's right. Okay. How do you like the play in? Do you like that concept of the play in?
I think it's good. I think it gives those lower seeds a chance to because you're always kind of like, man, if they just had one more chance, maybe they could have made it and they could have beat, let's say the Nuggets or some higher seed that maybe they're just a little bit better at. Um, I like it. It's cool. I don't hate it.
He's cool.
If they didn't have it, I wouldn't say, oh, they need it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was always curious about that because, like I said, I'm not like a too big of a basketball fan. Like I'll watch it and I'll like watch the playoffs and stuff, but I'm not gonna like. I don't know why. It was just always one of those things. Maybe it was because like it was after Jordan was over and everything. It was always
Mhm.
like the Sox and Bears with my dad, and he
Yeah.
just like stopped watching hockey and basketball like when I was growing up for some reason. and like it just never like clicked with me like baseball and football did for some reason. So I always try to like ask people because I don't want to get the wrong information because I don't want to sound stupid because I'm like I
Oh.
don't know, like I'm like well, I think LeBron won. I try to keep up with it. Like I know LeBron obviously has won in Cleveland and he won with Miami and everything, and it's just like I went through a period it was like a 2 or 3 year span. My mom worked at Dave and Buster's, and I would
Mhm.
go up there and watch, and they would put all the games on, and everybody was like basketball fans. I had like a Golden State fan. There was a guy that would watch all the games. One person was just a LeBron fan. So I like tried to get into it,
Yeah.
but it was just one of those things. I don't know. I just like I can't like I guess maybe it's just because like I can't keep track with all the sports. I try
Yeah.
to, but there's so much on. Like
Yeah.
wrestling. Wrestling needs an off season. That's the one thing I keep saying. I just need a break.
Right.
Like it's just on too much.
I was just at Dave and Buster's last night
Oh
on a
yes.
date. On a
Oh,
date.
on a date. How did the date
Yeah.
go?
Good.
Date? Hey now.
I mean, I'm chill. So I was like, let's go watch the Warriors game. And he's like,
Hey.
okay.
He's like, wait, he's probably like, wait a minute. I mean, hey, there you go. What'd
And
you
he's like,
have?
well, you want to go to Dave and Buster's? I'm like, yeah.
This sounds like me
I
when I
had I
took
had fish and chips.
fish and chips. I love it. That's so good.
And he had buffalo wings.
It's so good.
So yeah.
That's so funny.
I'm
Yeah,
low maintenance.
I mean, hey, that's okay though. I mean, that's what we like. Just like somebody nice. We don't want somebody like crazy or anything like that. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
619 Rey Mysterio. I think this is where I don't know if you guys have seen this, but something about this match that I learned is Rey had such a problem with that mask that he literally every time he did a move, he had to push it back on his head because he was worried that it was gonna fall off. So if I remember correctly, I think he tries to do this move. Eddie tries to take off the mask and then he wins. Too,
Oh my
I
god.
think. I don't know. Sometimes I'm watching these and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened, yeah.
I'm like, I haven't seen this in years, and how does it all come back to you?
Yeah.
It's like that movie. You ever see that cartoon movie Inside Out, where like the girl's running around and she's trying to like pick up all like the thing, and then they go inside her head and all like those. They got like an angry person, they got a happy person, they got somebody like taking
Oh
care of her
yeah. I
anxiety.
see parts of it. Yeah, I know what I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, I wonder if that's what it is, like going inside our head, like we got like closet things that we remember. Oh, Ray won this match. I thought Eddie won this. Oh, I was wrong. Okay.
Oh,
Well, Rey Mysterio won the match, guys. Okay,
okay.
then. There we go. Surprised that he grew. And at this time, they were tag team champions with the was it the SmackDown tag team champions? Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you remember like Rey Mysterio and stuff like that from like WCW and
You know what? I don't really remember him that much.
no?
Not too much. The name is familiar, but I'm trying to picture what he looks like.
He's the guy in the mask.
No, I'm just trying to remember like what he like the mask looked like. It has to come back to me. Maybe I'll look it up right now.
There you go. You put in Rey Mysterio. I mean, you'll find it.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Next match, guys, is the Money in the Bank match, including Chris Benoit, Y2J Chris Jericho, Christian, Shelton Benjamin, and Edge. I think Kane's also in this one too.
Ooh,
Oh, Kane is
Kane.
also Kane. Yeah, we got JBL and Orlando Jordan, Bradshaw. It's so funny too because like the things that they do backstage now, like you would not be able to do like anymore. Like some of these
Mm.
guys walking around with like cigars and like drink like shit. I don't even think they can carry around like a beer anymore.
Oh, really?
Or like the Street Profits, they carry around like red Solo cups, and with Triple H is like drinking alcohol. He's got something in his mouth, and it's like a little. I don't know what the hell it is. I can't.
Oh, okay. Oscar Gutierrez, better known as Rey Mysterio. Huh.
Oscar, that's what his first name is.
Okay. Oh. Huh.
Face look familiar at all?
Yeah, when I see him in his whole thing.
For a while there, you weren't able to find any pictures of him unmasked, and then all of a sudden one came out, and then I think he was just like, screw it, and a bunch more came out. That's the one thing I'll say. Social media did ruin wrestling so bad. Like, it was so much better when we didn't know like all the dirt sheets and everything that was going on.
Yeah, yeah. Social media ruined a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, it did.
Now
If
you
I
got
didn't, if I didn't have a podcast, I would just not be on any of it.
I know. I mean, I probably no. You know what? Same, same. I don't know how I would promote my podcast, but same.
It just
That's the
like
only reason why I think
I
I
don't
do
even
it.
talk to anybody. Like I talk to like you guys more, like the group chat and people on Twitter more than I do anybody else. Adam
Hmm.
Sandler and Rob Schneider in WrestleMania, that would not happen anymore.
Uh-huh.
And I love my two favorite actors. Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Um, I mean, I've always been like a Robert De Niro fan, you know. I feel like he can play any part.
Yeah.
Um,
What was the movie that he's really like famous for?
The Godfather Part Two.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, because he did that whole part in Italian, and he didn't even speak English,
Really?
and and he had to learn it. He
Oh
didn't even
wow.
know. He didn't even know it, and that's why he won the Oscar.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so
Fun
that was
fact.
crazy. Yeah, fun fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he played the Godfather Vito Corleone as a young man that
Oh.
came to America. Yeah.
I need to go back and watch those. My grandma used to watch The Sopranos. She had those on like VHS and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm half Sicilian, so the Godfather is based on him coming from Sicily.
Oh,
So
okay.
of course my mom, she's Sicilian, so she's all into that. So she's like, you should watch this. It's almost historical.
She's like, it's historical. What's with the historical stuff with our parents? Like, I get it. Like, I just and then we're saying that, and then like I know in like 10 years I'm like, guys, like this historical thing, and I'm like, oh god. But like,
Yeah.
there's just so many. It's just like, oh my god. My grandma's been staying with us. She's been having some stuff going on. She's been staying with us. She's been telling me like some stories and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, there's so many things like I'm learning from like back in the day that I never like knew and how different it was. Like, it's just like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep learning shit and I'm like, I'm old as fuck. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even
Oh,
know that.
stop it.
What? I'm in my 40s.
Oh, stop it. That's not old. You're like 27.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. I got you. That's we'll tell people that it's okay. Ain't no stopping me now. Oh, did what kind of like TV shows do you watch? Do you watch like any like Netflix shows or anything?
um, I mean, I've watched so much fucking sports that the only TV shows I watch are like the really bad reality ones. I only watch like
Bachelor.
two. No, I used to like back in the day, but now I watch Love After Lockup.
Is that the one where
Oh,
the people get out of jail and then they fall
yeah.
in love and everything?
Yes, yes. It's just for entertainment. It's so funny.
Oh,
And
it's
then
just
like 90 Day Fiance, where they have to get
oh.
married in 90 days so they
My
can get the
mom
green
watches that.
card.
My
Yeah.
mom watches that, and she keeps telling me to watch it. I'm just like, I can't. I
It's hilarious.
I watch so much reality TV. I just don't know if I can consume anymore. Like I watch
Yeah.
like Big Brother, Survivor, The Challenge, all
Okay.
those
I
shows.
used to watch Big Brother. I was a diehard fan for many years, and then I just
When
fell
did you
off.
stop watching?
I think now I watched the first Celebrity Big Brother, but that was just random.
Yeah, that
Um,
was like
I said
2017.
Tamar when Tamar won.
Yeah,
Braxton, yeah.
yeah, she
But
came out of nowhere.
I didn't watch the second one, just I don't know, I think I forgot or something. But I think the last time I saw a real Big Brother was probably when that girl Rachel, that redheaded
Yeah,
one,
I know
and
you're
her boyfriend, that
Brandon,
one.
Brandon and Rachel.
Brandon, yes. I think
And
that was like the
that's
last time I watched.
oh my God, those two. She was just on a new
I
show on
can't
Peacock.
stand her.
She
Are
was
you
just
serious?
on
She's still around?
yeah, she was just on a new show called Traders on Peacock.
Oh,
And
she's so
oh my
disgusting.
God, it was just like, and do you remember Cody? I think Cody was on that season too. Was it Cody,
Cody.
Derek?
See, I'd have to look at the cast of
I've
characters.
I've watched every season since like season like 6. That was one of always the shows like during the summer. And then
What,
one year during the summer, me and my aunt, we decided to order like 5 seasons on the DVD. Like they had like the DVDs,
are you
and
serious?
yeah, and we had no idea, so we ordered a bunch of them. One of them came, and it was literally highlights of the season. We
No.
were like, what did we just order here? We're like, what did we do? And I just always remember, and yeah, every summer I've watched ever since and everything because
Oh.
yeah, it just
One of my favorite seasons was Kesar and all those guys.
Kazar and Janelle.
Yes.
Oh,
And then
Janelle.
the one after that was the All Stars one.
Yeah, and then they came
Oh my
back, didn't they?
God. Yeah, and like they try to get rid of Erica and all those and Boogie.
Boogie,
And
oh, I love Boogie. Mike and
I
Boogie were my favorite. My dad had a friend, and him and his friend would always do like the Boogie. He would be Mike, and his friend would be Boogie, or the other way around, and it was so funny.
I was like, the doctor is Mike, right?
Yeah,
Or
Dr. Mike.
okay, he was like one of the smartest players ever. Like that year
Ever.
when he won, I was like, he deserved it. He was the first smartest player, and then everyone tried to like replicate what he
Yeah.
did. Like,
And you can't do
he
that
goes,
because people
he,
are gonna know that, and people are gonna
yeah,
watch it, and it's just
yeah.
like
He was
you got
like,
to
I
go in
lied to
there.
everybody. I lied to you. I never told the truth. Blah blah blah. And I was just like, and he deserves to win.
Yeah.
Like,
And there's
it
been
was
so
the
many
best.
seasons that people like have won that they don't deserve to win, where the jury is so upset that they don't
Yeah,
think of it as a game. It's like pick the person that played the best game. Like
right,
Right now, if Dr. Will played, he wouldn't win because the people would be too salty because he played a good game and he lied to everybody. But that's what
right,
Big Brother is. You go in there, you lie to everybody, you try to
right,
you find a way to get to the end and you win him money. And it's like
right.
it's not, and it's so funny because everybody gets so mad, but then you see all the same people go on the challenge or Love Island or Love is
Yeah.
Blind or the X on the
Oh,
Beach.
I
You're
watched
still
that too.
what
Love is blind.
Love is
Love is
Blind.
blind.
I tried to watch it. I really like I like those shows and I try to watch it, but like there's some of them I don't know, I can't get into.
Yeah,
I
the
watched
Love
The
is
Bachelor and Bachelorette for a long time too, I'll be honest, and
yeah.
I just finally stopped. I was like, it's the same shit. It's they
It's the
fall in
same
love,
shit.
they do,
Yeah,
and then they break up, and then one girl is the Bachelorette, and then
yeah,
it's just I can't do it.
yeah. It's just repetitive.
Yeah, like we need to
So,
see something.
fun fact: I tried out for Big Brother
Did
one
you
year.
true? I've wanted to so bad. I
Remind
keep.
me to send you my picture that I
Oh my
took.
god.
My friend took me and my friend. We got in line because they were having it in San Francisco, where I live, and they said, "Okay, auditions are going to be at this like cafe or whatever," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's up by Union Square," and so we're in line, and I think I was like one of the first ones because I think I was number 12 or something like that. So I held up my sign and stuff, and he took a picture of me or whatever. But I guess, they're looking for people that were way more dramatic than I was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't
My
get.
friend, his girlfriend used to work for those, and he tries to tell me things, and I'm like, don't tell me nothing. I'm like, I don't want to know nothing. Don't tell me. I don't want to know how anything works. You're gonna ruin the game for me. I've been watching it now for 23 years. It's my summer reality pleasure. I turn my phone off on Thursday nights. I watch the 3 episodes, and I don't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
I just
Do
like,
you also order or get to watch the internet shit like
oh,
the After Dark, Big Brother After Dark?
I have Paramount Plus, so I do watch it. Yes.
Oh, my
My
mom
aunt,
and I would be up late at night, like watching
yo,
it together.
my aunt, we she used to babysit us. I guess she's not really my aunt. We just call her my aunt. She's been around for so long. She used to babysit us. She was my cousin's ex-girlfriend, but she would always come around. She babysat us and everything, and she was always the person I would watch it with, like I was saying. And yeah,
Mhm.
she like would sit up until like I would wake up at like 5 in the morning. She's sitting there watching the After Dark, waiting for my parents to get home. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm just watching After Dark." I'm like, well, "Oh my god!" And now it's on Paramount. So instead of paying for whatever you had to pay for,
Oh,
it's only $9
wow.
a month. So I pay for
Wow.
Paramount, so I get it for free, or like because I pay for it. So I'm like,
Right.
I'll watch it. And I
Right.
don't sit there like crazy, but every once in a while I'm like, what are these guys doing? I
Yeah.
There was people I heard that say they only watch the live feeds, and I'm like, how do you
Yeah.
watch the live feeds and not watch the actual show? I'm like, that
Right.
just does not like comprehend with me. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Like after a while, it gets boring just watching them do like like the daily things. Like,
Well,
yay,
when
woke
I
up.
when I used to be on Twitter, like I was under a different at um
Okay.
I only joined to talk about Big Brother. This was years ago when I was married and stuff. And I was like, yeah, because everybody there was like, Big Brother was like the thing and everything. And Evil Dick was on there. And
Oh,
so I
evil.
wanted,
He was
yeah, I
the
wanted
first
to
one
read.
that I just. Oh,
I know. And I wanted to read everything Evil Dick was saying. And then there was this one person who was like a super fan or whatever. And I guess he or she, I don't know who it was, always watching the live feeds and would constantly tweet like their next moves. And I think their name was, because my ex-husband watched Big Brother also. The name was Candace or something, or like BB Candace, like Big Brother Candace or something. And so I'd be like, what did Candace post now? And I'm looking up Twitter and I'm like, oh, is that what they're doing? So that person, I just knew they were watching fucking Big Brother 24/7. But yeah, you have to watch the shows because you want to see it wrapped up into one episode and see, the fucking the HOH
eviction.
ceremony. You want to see the Power of Veto ceremony. You want to see everything,
Oh yeah, and that's the best part about it because that's where obviously like they obviously cut a lot out and everything. But I mean, like if you do
Mhm.
want to, you could obviously go and watch. I just don't know how like I feel like if you're gonna do that, you got to be like committed and watch like all of it because like you know what I mean. I don't know like how much people have time during the summer to watch all Big Brother. I mean, I know there's probably people that do it definitely.
Yeah, and then
It
it's
does
just
start again soon, I think, because it's always around like summer. I think like June.
yeah, it does start in June.
I've always wanted to try out. I keep telling my parents and my friends. My one friend that or actually he's in the group Jumblebee. He's
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
he's I've been friends with
Excuse
him
me.
since like 3rd grade. So I was actually the one that like told him to, and I told him to join the group and everything like that. And I tried to get like him to watch it for a while there and everything like that. And I got him into it for a little bit, but then he kind of like fell off too. But it's one of those shows I for some reason I always watch no matter what. Like I just like the people on it. There's definitely been some seasons that were really bad that like I
Yeah.
don't like. You remember that Andy person won, or like there's a few other people that like won that I like do not think that they deserved it. Like Paul. Why the hell did Paul not win 2 years in a row? Please explain that to me.
Oh,
The
which one's?
bearded dude, the guy that would walk around with the floaty, he'd braid his beard.
I don't think I saw that season.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you stopped watching it after
Like
that's after season. That's right,
Rachel and
Rachel.
Brendan. I think that might have been my last season.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I forgot about that. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that Rachel and Brendan season was so great. They
Yeah.
could. I think they got like 4 kids now too. They won the
What?
amazing. Yeah, like 3 or 4 kids, and they won the Amazing Race. I think, or they came.
Yeah.
They either won it or they came in like the finalist because I know.
'Cause
You
I
remember
heard they
Jeff
went
and
on that.
Jordan?
I remember Jordan, and who was her boyfriend?
Jeff.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
They went on there too, and that's the thing. Like all of them go on the big.
They all go on Amazing Race
If you
after.
go on one show, you're going to be on all of them. So it's like you lose
Right.
one of the shows, but if you have a good personality and you last a little long, you'll get a call from MTV, you get a call from
Yep.
CBS, and then Paramount's doing all these spin-offs. It's like,
Yep.
man, you could probably find a way on if you could just do it if you're a little athletic and have somewhat of a personality.
Well, that's why I was like, if I can get on one of these things, like something could happen. Well, I've already been on, like, with this podcast. I don't know, I'm just trying to talk sports, right? But
Yeah.
then I commented on something on Twitter one day. This was about 3 months ago, and it was, I guess, 3 months ago, and it was about the Casey Anthony documentary that came out, right? And I had like quote tweeted something about it, and I put the GIF, the Snoop Dogg GIF, shut the fuck up, bitch, right? All of a sudden, TMC GMs me, and they're like, "Would you
Oh,
like to come on our show and
oh
give
God.
your opinion?"
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God. That's
"Yeah." So I go on there, but it wasn't about the Casey Anthony thing. It was about something completely
oh
different.
my
So I've been
God.
on their show twice.
Bro. I used to watch TMZ with my dad every single afternoon when I was when I lived like my parents were still together and everything. Every like what was it, 4:30 it's on? So good. I love
Yeah.
TMZ.
For me, it's on West Coast at 3 p.m.
Okay, is it 3?
So
Okay.
it might be for you 5,
Five,
right?
4 or 5,
Is your
one of the two.
central? Yeah,
Yeah.
central.
I've learned so
I'll
many
be
things
on
with you.
Monday.
True? Wait,
Yeah,
this Monday you'll be on
yeah,
like True?
Monday or Tuesday. They
I'll
said
have to
Monday or Tuesday.
like you're actually like will actually like see you or like is it just you like
Yes,
talk?
I'll be
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Hi, this is Gina Rep in the Bay from San Francisco,"
True.
and I think
You guys
that
make like a short out of that or something.
I know I have two of the ones that I've already done are on my TikTok.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
follow you on TikTok. I've tried to follow everybody on every social media, but there's ones I forget all the time, and I'm like, I try so much, and there's so many of them. Like I'm in like 4 retweet groups, so there's so many that I like get so confused about, and I'm trying to figure out which one is which or who I'm sending what to, and
Yeah. I know I
that's cool
got out
though.
of one big one because it was like too much. So I got in this smaller one. I was like, I'm just going to be in a smaller one because I was,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was supposed to be in one like a month ago. I mean, on the TMZ a month ago, but my phone fucked up and I really need a new phone. And I didn't get their notification because they notify you at like 7:45 in the
Of
morning.
course.
And then I was like, oh shit. And I got it at like 11:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh shit, they contacted me. Now I can't be on the show.
You're like,
So
damn
I
it.
was pissed. Yeah. So
Oh,
I was like, then I texted them the other day and I was like, do you, because they contact you through Skype. And so I was like, hey, do you still need somebody? And they're like, yeah, come back on.
hey, that's why you always got to try to stay in contact with people. You never
Yep.
know. That's
Yep.
really cool though. I'll have to definitely
Yeah.
watch it and check it out.
If you
Remind me.
want to go on, I'll give them your contact information.
Oh, I mean, hey now. I think that would be so great. That would be so funny. Like if I would be so funny because I don't know if like my parents do watch it or anything. That would be. I won't even tell them. I'll just be like, they'll just be watching TMZ. That'd be so great.
They said in my thing, if you know of anybody that would like to give their opinion, let us know.
I mean, hey, if you want to, I'm down. I'm always.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
appreciate you, Gina. Look at
Oh
you,
yeah. Give me your
MVP,
Skype information.
MVP.
Woo!
I'll text it to you, because
Okay.
or message it to you after I get done. Probably tomorrow because I don't know what time I'm getting done with
Yeah.
22. That's why I was trying to do this one a little earlier, just because I have to do 22 too, and I don't know what time that's gonna end. And then tomorrow's the pay
Yeah.
per view, so
Yeah.
I was up until midnight on Thursday doing 20, and I was like, damn, I was like, I should have started it earlier. It's like, oops. Like I
Well,
did not expect to be up until midnight. I forget how long some of these WrestleManias are. We got Jordan in the house. What's up, Jordan? Sorry,
What's
bro.
up,
I know you messaged
Jordan?
a few minutes ago. My bad.
What's up,
Brock
Jordan?
versus Omos. Yes, we know. Brock versus Omos is a joke. We know. Oh God. And you said
What's
you, huh?
I would say, what's Vince up to? Like,
Oh God.
McMahon,
When was the last time you heard
did he sell
anything
the
about
farm
Vince?
yet?
Did he sell the farm yet? I mean, oh, Vince is a disaster. Oh, geez, I can't with him. There's so many things that he said back then that has come to like realization to like now that it's like if he like really does mean what he was saying as like the character, it's like damn, like you really don't care about what you. I just watched one. He's like, I don't give a rat's ass about what you guys want. I'm gonna do what I want when I want. I don't care. And it's like, well, that's probably what he's doing, making like matches like Brock and Omos. And so I'm like, great. I'm like, this is what Triple H has to deal with. This poor guy. I would not
Yeah.
want to deal with it.
Good Lord.
The conversations Triple H and Stephanie probably have to be great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Giving credit to Damage Control for putting over Becky and Lita. The fact that Lita's a champion in 2023 is great. She did look slow in the ring, though. Yeah, it is sad to see a lot of these people. That's the one thing I hate about these people coming back is that like they look so slow. It's like I would rather just remember them from when they were like in their prime. Like baseball players too, like that. Like the White Sox.
Yeah.
The White Sox are a perfect example. How many guys have we had? We've had Kenny Griffey Jr., we've had Manny Ramirez, we've had Todd Frazier, we've had Kevin Youkilis, we've had we had Jimmy Rollins. They go out and get these guys that were great in their prime that suck 5 years later. It's just like, what are we doing here? And it's just like I'd rather know Jimmy Rollins for being on Philly than being on. Obviously, I know you don't like Philly, but like I was trying to think of like Jeff Samardzija. Another one. Oh,
or even like Michael Jordan when he left and then comes back on the Wizards.
Oh yeah.
That's not how I want to remember him.
Nope. They keep trying to show Patrick Kane and the Rangers, and I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it at all. Too much of a hockey fan when the Blackhawks did that dynasty. Well, I won't say like diehard Blackhawks fan, but like that dynasty was fun to watch, and don't want to remember him anywhere else from that but the Bull or the Blackhawks. I said Bulls. Don't even know what sports team I'm talking about.
That's one thing that I need to watch more is because I don't really know is hockey. I'm a bandwagon, I guess, San Jose Sharks fan, but I just, I can admit that because I don't follow hockey.
And you know what? At least you can admit. I have so many people that are like, "Oh, I just root for the team that is good," or at least you admit you're like, "I'm a bandwagon." If people just admit it, it'd be like you're not a bandwagon. At least you admit it. You just don't watch it, so you root for whoever. Edge guys just won Money in the Bank. A legend was born, rated R superstar, and we all know how that turned out as he obviously turned and he cashed in on John Cena at New Year's Revolution 2006. We watched that here on the Retro Series, I think like a month ago. I can't even believe it's been a month already. Just wanted to make sure I let everybody know what matches is on before I forget.
Oh, yeah.
Too far ahead.
For sure.
So keep going. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no.
If I do, let me know. You could just like turn off.
Oh, please. This is your show. Nah.
I just want to make sure, I try to be like the best host I possibly can,
No, this is great. I'm having a blast.
Okay, hey, that works.
Yeah. I was thinking of having, I think we're going to do some baseball on my show.
Baseball.
So
I'm sorry, baseball's back.
I focus mainly on
so tell us. So tell us. So what do you mainly focus on and everything on your show, so everybody can go check you out and make sure you subscribe.
I hope you guys do subscribe, and I hope right now you guys are clicking like on this show right now.
Hit the like button. They better. I'll yell
at like button.
We got Eugene coming up. Do you remember Eugene?
Oh my gosh, no.
No, okay.
No, trying to ring that bell. I have done a lot of drugs in my lifetime, so that may play a part.
So have I. Mary Jane for life.
So.
Not many people may know that of me, and I try to tell them, but I try not to leave it out there too much. But yeah, giant stoner over here. Giant. So.
But we over at Gina Rep in the Bay Productions, it is a sports YouTube channel. And we do NFL with a focus on San Francisco 49ers, although my co-hosts and I are not all 49ers fans. We have 3 49ers fans. We have a Rams fan. I laugh. We have a Falcons fan. The NFC South is very represented.
Oh, that's so sad. I feel so bad for all of them.
All right. And then we have 2 Saints fans. So NFC all the way. And we get into it. We really get into it. And then we also do NBA with a focus on the Warriors because 2 of us are Warriors fans, and the one Atlanta Hawks fan happens to work for the Warriors at Chase Center.
That's cool.
So he gets paid by the Warriors. So
no,
he
that's
knows a
good.
lot about the Warriors.
Hey, that's good to have the inside source too, a little.
You know? Yeah. And
Never
then
know.
the other two guys are one's a Lakers fan and one's a sadly Knicks fan.
Poor Knicks fans. Oh God,
Knicks
I
fan.
know that about basketball. I know that. I know
You
the
know?
sad history of the Knicks.
Yeah. So, we have fun. And now we're just like, we took a poll and we said, hey guys, should we talk baseball? Because, it's upon us. And we got a good, some good feedback saying, yeah, go for it. So, I am a Giants fan. I mean, baseball is not my biggest, area of knowledge, but I mean, I've been to like a Giants parade. I've been to so many ball games. Um, I've been like since in my like career, if you will, unpaid career as a podcaster, I, broke down like the games, like Giants games and said, oh, this is what happened and that's what happened. So, but do I have like the ability to analyze a game? No. But I can talk about it, So, but there are other co-hosts I have, they love to talk about baseball. So, and they're not all Giants fans. There's like two of us are Giants fans. The other one's a Braves fan. The other one's a St. Louis Cardinals fan. So, hey,
Got a little bit of everything. That's good though, because
yeah,
there might be some things that like it's hard to keep up with all the teams, especially in like baseball that's on every single day. Like as much as I love my White Sox and I've watched almost every game as much as I possibly can, and I have almost watched almost every game, and it's a lot.
yeah.
People
We
ask
do
me like,
a
"How do
lot
you
of
watch
baseball.
these games?" I'm like, "I just do. I don't know. Baseball may
Mhm.
be boring to some, but I don't know. I just love it. Like I could just watch like every piece of it. And going to games, like I'm going to the opener for the Sox. I think they're actually facing the Giants. That's right.
Ah,
They're facing the Giants on. That's right. It's April 3rd, I think.
nice.
So they I so I'm going to that, and just going to the games is just so much fun.
Oh yeah. I
It's
mean, I
nothing better.
prefer going to a game than watching it
Oh,
on
for sure,
TV.
for
But
sure.
if there's a game on and I'm not watching basketball, I will,
Watch
watch
this.
a
Yeah,
Giants game. Yeah. But, I mean, heads or tails, I don't really choose. I'm just like, if I'm going to watch a basketball game, I'm going to, over a baseball game, I'm going to choose basketball. So
yeah.
it's just because, my preference. But definitely, if someone says, hey, I got Giants tickets, well, I'm going.
That's good. I mean, that's exactly how I am. I had season tickets for a long time, or for like 3 years for the White Sox, and then my dad's friend, he actually had season tickets for all 81 games. So he would give me his 4 tickets and a parking pass. Nobody would ever want to go, so I'd sell the 3 tickets and the parking pass and go by myself and take the train. So I went to like so many games for like a 5 year period because you would just give me games on like a Tuesday that nobody wanted to go to, and I was sitting at
Wow.
home on a summer day doing nothing. I was
Yeah.
like, let's go. Anytime anybody offers me, I'm like, let's go. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I went in the snow one time. I was like, hey, let's do it. They won. It was worth it. I remember it. It was a good day.
Yeah. See, I'm glad it doesn't snow where I live.
Oh God.
No
It,
snow for me.
oh, is that? Oh, speaking of Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan's coming out right now.
Oh shit.
He's
Make an
ready.
appearance.
Yeah. I like the last one he wrestled at was 19 versus The Rock. But I think he's
Um,
come to so many like throughout like the years. Like he's come to 21. I think he comes to 22, 25. I don't know. He comes to a lot of them and always makes like some type of appearance.
oh,
Do you
okay.
think we do you think we see him this year, like in some sort of way? I know we saw him
Oh,
at the or well, that's right. I keep forgetting you're not watching right now. Never mind. I'm sorry.
that's okay. Don't worry about it.
I keep asking questions like you're watching it weekly. I'm just
Yeah, I
I
mean,
got
shit. Maybe he will show up.
I mean he might, who knows.
Yeah.
Let me see what the chat is. I do watch other things besides wrestling. Listen here, people. I do. I just watched that like I watched like Catfish at 2:30 in the morning last night or this morning
Ooh.
because I finally had time to watch something. So I was like, I stayed up too late and I couldn't fall asleep. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch an episode of Catfish. I watch Law and Orders. I watch like crime show. Listen here, people. I watch more shows. I just can't because you guys want me to hang out and watch wrestling with you every day. Of course I do. Eric Bischoff, Jordan, you know everybody, bro. Randy Orton. This has to be probably my favorite Randy Orton when he was a bad guy because he was killing all the legends and he was trying to take all these guys out. And it was just like, why are you doing this? But now thinking about it, it's like so great of a way of doing this. Yes. WrestleManias being April 3rd were good. The 2 days I like. They do 2 days now. I don't know if you knew that. So they do like 2 days of
It
WrestleManias.
is?
Yeah, since the pandemic. So
Oh,
since the pandemic,
wow.
they've done 2 days of WrestleManias, and I definitely
Oh,
enjoy them because they're not as long. Because for
yeah.
like a period there, for like a 5-year period, there was a WrestleMania that was 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Whew.
So it's like, like that's a lot of wrestling. So it's like, like those 3 hour ones is like good. And I'm just really hoping that like they've been talking about having like 6 matches a night. So hopefully
Damn.
that's what happens because I'm not trying to be up until like 7 in the morning. If not, like I need some type of sleep and like some of these
Yeah.
wrestling things. Like that's why I love like baseball and football have like off seasons. Like after I get tired of football, bring baseballs on, and then once I get tired of baseball, because Sox never can do anything great. And yeah, so it's just like fantasy football is the only thing that keeps me sane during football season because the Bears suck.
Yeah,
I,
I hear you on that.
I thought I thought the 49ers were going to go all the way. I really did.
God, it's so sad. I mean, what happened to us?
They
It was
got Christian McCaffrey and they went on like they just got the ultimate joystick or whatever and
best trade
ever
of the season. Yeah,
ever. That might be the
yeah.
best trade ever.
Thank you.
We got Miss Slay in the building. What's up? She says Dodo. That's my nickname for like my family. It's one of my family members. She's under a
Hi,
different
Miss
name.
Slay.
She calls me Dodo. She always called me Dodo, and it was like one of those things. So I just stick with it. She says she here. Thank you, coming and hanging out. Yes, Jordan. And actually, that's the finale episode of the WrestleMania throwbacks. Is WrestleMania 33? That was 5 hours and 45 minutes. That we will be here rewatching for 5 hours and 45 minutes, guys. So get excited.
Fantasy football was
How'd you do this year?
so I wasn't aware. Okay, it was the first year that I did multiple leagues for the first time.
Okay.
So I don't think I want to go down that road again. Maybe not more than 2. I think I can handle 2, but 3, I'm just like, wait, I'm playing against my own guy in that league.
That's
And
the
it's
problem
just,
I have is I'm in 3 and I do 3 for money. And like there was one week I was facing Jalen Hurts and I had Jalen Hurts, but I needed Jalen Hurts to do good enough for me to win in one league, but I needed him not to do too good so I could win in my other league to stay alive for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and Jalen Hurts throws a touch. I'm like, yay! Yay! And I'm like, come on. Like, so I don't know if I'm going to do 3 again next year, but
Yeah.
it is definitely a lot. What places did you come in this year?
Well, so the one that was the money league,
That's the important one.
I ended up fucking losing my ass off. And then the ones where I was doing, the one that I joined with someone where there wasn't even like, I don't know what they were doing, but the points were off. There was no, I think it was a weird, I don't know, it was just weird.
I hate people that don't like the commissioners that don't pay attention. If you're going to run a league, pay attention. That's your like a job for the season. Like, you got 8 people to take care of. You're taking people's money. You're taking,
Felt weird. And that one was just, my record was just bad. Like, I don't know. And I had the first round draft pick and I ended up picking, who did I get? And he let me down. He didn't do well until the end. Was it Justin Jefferson?
No, Jefferson did great all season.
But it was somebody who didn't.
What team was he on? I might be able to tell you what team if you tell me a team.
No, I'm trying to think who didn't do good in the begin. Oh, no, Jonathan Taylor. It was Jonathan Taylor.
Number 1.1.
Me over.
Yep, Jonathan
Drafted
Taylor.
him
Yep,
first.
yep, Jonathan Taylor. I know he's yep.
Yep.
1.1. Yep. I had him last year in one of my leagues. I had him and Derrick Henry. Don't know how I had that pulled that off, but they did great. And then this year I came in, I'm like, I'm not drafting Taylor because he's not going to do what he did last year. He's not going to. And I was absolutely right. And it was like watching these people draft him. I'm like, I'm not going to say nothing, but it
Everyone was
happens
telling
every
me
year.
you're going to do it right, and I was like, I should, and they're like, well,
Uh,
duh, like you're stupid if you don't.
I mean,
And I
but you
was
got
like,
to think like the biggest thing I've learned is you can't think about the year before. You got to think about
yeah,
like guys that are consistent and guys that like
right.
there's always that guy that's going to have a breakout year, that's going to have a rookie breakout year. There's always like it happens every season. There's a
And my
guy
brother told me he
it was just
always count on Derrick Henry. He will never let you
he's my
down.
keeper every year in one of my leagues. I will not let that man. I will keep him until they pry him away from me. Try
Yeah.
him. That's what they'll have to do because I ain't letting that man go. He's so
Yeah.
and it's like even like the year like he got hurt like and that last year was the first year he got hurt. 2 years I guess now because we already are in with that Super Bowl. But it's just like he's so consistent that it's like in reality like you need somebody like that. And we've seen guys like McKinnon came out of nowhere. We saw
Mhm.
who saw Tony Pollard being a top 10 running back this year? Not
I
me.
did.
Oh, I
I
drafted him
picked up Pollard. I had him last year.
125th pick. I drafted Tony Pollard. I traded him away for flipping. I traded him. I traded a couple other guys for
Mm.
Devontae Smith, Cordell Patterson, and somebody else, and it was the worst
Oh.
mistake I made because I needed a running back
Yeah.
after flipping. I forgot who I had got hurt, and it just wasn't doing great.
Mm.
I was just like, damn. And that's
I
the thing,
mean,
you just don't know. But
you
I mean,
just
hey, I
don't
got to
know.
give you credit though. You said it. Hey, now here you go. Do you
Yeah.
think next year he'll be better than Zeke?
Oh yeah. Zeke is trash.
Oh, trash.
Trash.
Trash. He's
Dak's trash.
awful.
Zeke is trash.
The
Fuck the
Cowboys are trash.
cowgirls.
The
They're all
Cowgirls,
trash.
I love it. I love it. Yes. The Cowgirls. Oh my god, that's funny.
You know 49ers got history with them,
Oh,
but
I know.
I've hated them since, 1981.
Oh, I mean, hey, that's I've hated the Cubs since I was born in 1996, so I feel you on that.
you know?
My dad told me if I rooted for the Cubs, I would have to live outside. It's like, okay, well, here I am, White Sox fan. Wear the hat every stream, Dad. There you go.
I mean, that's kind of like with us with the Raiders. Like, even though they're not in the Bay anymore, you don't root for the Raiders because they were in Oakland.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Jordan, bro, that one did not end till midnight. I remember watching this one with my friend, and literally it being 11:30 in the main event, and main event was starting, and we had to go. And I forgot if it was like we had work or we had something to do, but we were literally tired, and we were thinking to ourselves, we were like, bro, if this was like when we were in high school, no one way in hell our parents would let us stay up this late. Like kids don't understand how good they have at having pay-per-views on Saturdays most of the time now.
oh my God.
This is Gina Slay. This is welcome Gina to Tino's time. Say hi. Make
Hey,
sure you go
hi.
subscribe, Slay. I know you know how to subscribe. You cannot come on my next stream. I'm having a guest. You can come on one though. We will definitely find a way for you to come on. Having my my other friend that me and Chumblebee grew up with on the next one. Like I said, he actually came over for that one, like at my house. So I'm gonna tell some stories from what we remember as like 11-year-olds.
Cool. I
It's gonna be a
still
lot.
have friends that I've known since the third grade.
Yeah, I only have like two, so I'm hoping if I could keep those, we'll be good. Because I don't talk to like nobody else. It's so sad too, because it's just like there were so many people. Like I wonder like what happened to them and like where did they go and like just like I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like they could be dead and I could just be sitting here like, well,
Oh,
where are they
shit.
at? And they're not here. And I'm like, damn. Undertaker, though. Undertaker's coming out. Randy Orton, Undertaker is right
Undertaker.
now. This entrance, I cannot tell you how many times this entrance would take about like 20 minutes. We go take a break and come back and he's still coming out. Like he's just I love the Undertaker, but his WrestleMania entrances were so long.
Yeah, they were.
Because do you remember watching his first WrestleMania? Like
When was that?
I think it was that first one. I think it was 8, that one that you were talking about with the outside.
Oh my God.
I want to find out what that is now that I'm at. Like,
No, I kind of want to look up.
oh man, outside. Because I know 24 every. Oh, let's see. They're gonna rate it from. Oh yeah, but it was WrestleMania 9. That's what it was. It was Yokozuna, Undertaker, the Giant, Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was WrestleMania 9.
I like Bret Hart and those guys.
Yeah. I'm doing next year. I want to go back and I want to watch 1 through 15. I think I started with 16, so I want to do 1 through 15 next year.
Yeah, I definitely got to come back for that.
I figured I'd do half and half because if I started 1 through 33, I'd probably have to start this in January. I think it would be a good thing to do after like the Super Bowl because there's nothing on. Like if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be doing the show Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to have the time off, I really don't know what I would do with my time. Like I sit there and get my shows ready and everything, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to do now. I have too much time on my hands. Like I try to, and I've got it down to like half hour where it takes me to get ready because I don't got like no co-host or anything. So I'm sitting here trying to do this all by myself. I gotta like hire somebody. I'd be like, do my post for me.
Get an intern.
Yeah, there we go.
Intern does it for free.
Tino intern. Anybody in the chat?
There you go.
Jordan, you're the intern. He said I sent you a video a while back. He said to take longer to the ring. Oh my God, Undertaker. Oh. Legend killer.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Oh my God. These names are coming back.
Is it all just coming back to you? You're like, holy cow.
Ted DiBiase. Holy shit. These are some old names.
I love Ted DiBiase.
Wow.
His son wrestled too for a while with Randy and all of them. With Cody too, he wrestled with.
Oh my God. This is crazy. Summer Slams. I remembered all these. Huh.
Do you collect anything, or do you have like any like thing that you like have that like you like merchandise or anything that you have for any like sports or anything?
Do I have sports merchandise?
Yeah, like memorabilia or anything. I was trying to think of the memorabilia word. I couldn't think of it.
Oh, yeah. I have hold on. I have a bunch of shit scattered, but
gotcha.
This is because I just moved in here
to
my mom's. But look at this.
That is so cool.
See, it says Dub Nation.
That is so cool. Did you get that at one of the games? Like they gave those away?
No, this was sent to me by a guy on Instagram. He sent me 2 of them. And so we took this to the Warriors parade last summer. And I got high-fived by some of the Warriors themselves.
Troll? Hey, now that's pretty cool. So you haven't watched it, have you?
No, never will.
Nope.
Never will.
Nope. I mean, it probably would get destroyed, but like that's really cool.
I know.
I never went to any of those parades. That was the one thing I wish I would have done was went to a parade for like the Blackhawks or even when like the Sox won in 05. I would not have went to the Cubs one. I might have burned that one down in 2016. But like I really wish I would have.
And right here, I have a playoffs towel, rally towel for the 49ers.
Did you go to one of the playoff games this year?
This one was from 2019 season.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. That's really cool.
It says faithful then, faithful now at Levi's. I have so much shit everywhere. I have like 3 or 4 49er flags in my closet.
I have so much stuff in my basement too. It's kind of gross. I don't know what to do with all of it.
I have I give my son a lot of my stuff, and then I have like this. It's not authentic. It's just a replica of like a plaque that says The Catch. You know, Joe Montana, Dwight Clark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not authentic, but it's like their signatures, and a
That's
picture
really
of the
cool.
catch. Yeah, I just wanted like a, something to hang up, because my parents were at the catch. They were actually at the game.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
So it's just like good memories for me that, like that they were there and I was stuck somewhere watching it at someone's house
That's
while
just
they got to live the memories.
oh man, isn't it? Isn't the I my our some of our like our parents don't understand some of the memories that they were able to like live through that like I just wish I would have been able to like live through.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like, you lived through this, like the Michael Jordan era. I'm like, you
Yeah.
guys literally lived through the Michael Jordan era, and like now I have to sit and watch these shitty ass Bulls play every week. Every day, can't win a game. They win a game, they lose a game. I'm just like, you guys are so lucky.
Yeah, I did get to watch Michael Jordan play
So good.
on
My dad
TV.
used to tell me that was like they're like him and his friends would go out and they would sit around the table and just watch the game and everything like that. And I was just like, it's just so crazy to think about like how like a team can like bring everybody to like Golden State. I feel like Golden State did that a lot with people. Like it was like Golden State was that team that like excuse me, oh my god,
Mhm.
excuse me, and
It's
every
okay.
team was like, oh my god, and it was just like, you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
had so many friends that I like that were like they were like fans of like Kevin Durant or everything, and then as soon as he went to Golden State, they became Warrior fans, and it was just like. You know, and like they followed Durant, so I'll give them that. They followed Durant wherever Durant went. They like supported him. So I don't
Yeah.
mind people like that. It's people that root for Golden State when they started winning the year after, and then it's like, what are we doing wearing a Curry jersey? Do you know anybody else besides Curry? Like, I'm not going to root for Golden State because they're the best team. I'm going to root for the Bulls, and let's go Bulls till we lose again. Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's just like, what are we doing here? But I mean,
Yeah.
did you go to any of the like Giants parades or anything like that? Like when
I
they
went
win?
to the 2010 Giants parade, but they when they had it, it was down this one street called Montgomery, and then the following parade in 2012, they decided to go down a different route, to go down just Market Street, because it was going to loop around. The first one that it went Montgomery, and then it made a right and went down Market Street to City Hall, and that's where they had the ceremony. Well, instead, the following parade, they had it just starting at the Embarcadero and going all the way up Market, kind of like what they did with this Warriors parade. And so I was like, man, it's going to be mayhem. I'm not doing that. So I only went to one of the Giants parades, but and the Warriors, the first couple ones were in Oakland, and like
Oh,
I didn't want to get stuck in Oakland because that's where their
yeah,
stadium was, the
yeah.
arena. So, but then now that it was at Chase Center, and they are like, that means they're situated in San Francisco. That meant the parade is in San Francisco. So I'm like, oh, I'm there. So I just took the train, got off. My brother was already there and his wife, and my mom, me and my mom, my brother, and my niece came, and then my friend's like, "Are you there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm getting off BART." That's the train, and so I said, "You step right off the train, we're right there." And she's like, "Okay." So we all had a spot, and unfortunately, it was at the end of the parade that we saw all the players. So they were already had done their little antics and stuff, but some of them
True.
still came off and they still like interacted with us, like Coach Kerr and Gary Payton II and
Who's your
Andrew
favorite
Wiggins.
player on the Warriors?
Steph.
Is it okay?
Steph Curry, yeah.
I didn't know
But
if he had like a underdog favorite or something.
um I mean, I do. Okay, so I've gotten into arguments with people about Draymond Green. I always go up, like, I defend Draymond Green to the fullest, and I will forever. So everyone's like, he doesn't deserve a statue outside Chase Center. And I'm like, yes, he does. He's not a Hall of Famer. And I'm like, yes, he is. So he's my underdog. I love
I mean,
Draymond.
I mean, people can say what they want, and it's just like, I just, it's one of those things. You got to stick by your players. Like that's like,
Yeah,
what I mean, like with me, like with the White Sox, people are upset how it happened. It's like it happened. It's last year. Got to stick by them. It's a new season. Let's go. Let's ride. We'll see what happens.
gotta ride, stand your ground, ride with
Yup,
your guy or your team.
always.
Yeah.
We got Jordan in the chat. I'm falling behind in the chat. I should probably catch up before everybody's like, what the hell? We got Jordan in the chat. WrestleMania 5 and 6, man. Tino, some of the finishers, you'd be like, how did it end? That's why I'm not gonna watch anything. I'm just gonna watch them all and see what happens. Watch them in there and go like I'm blind. See what goes on. He says, is it just me? Or can I not see Tino with that shirt on? Why are you making John Cena jokes? He says, that kid, I hear somebody talking, but all I see is a floating hat. We got Kofi in the building. What's up, Kofi, from the Dirty Heels podcast? Everybody go check out Kofi. Thank you for coming and hanging out, bro.
Hi,
Appreciate it.
Kofi.
We got Eric. He says, who would you have wanted to end the streak? Me, Orton, this year? Honestly, I don't know if anybody should have ended the streak. I don't think that it really should, especially the way they did it with Brock Lesnar. I don't know if they really should have done it that way. I know what they were trying to do, but I don't think it worked as well because they did it and then they tried to make Brock this beast and it was just, I don't know. And then obviously Taker came back for a few more. Honestly, I'm going to be talking about something on Thursday that I'm watching on WrestleMania 23 that I'll be talking about that I want to wait until that episode, obviously. But there's something that I'll talk about then that I think that probably should have happened. But I don't know. I don't think The Undertaker really should have ever lost to this streak. I think he should have retired 21-0 or whatever that was. Yeah, 21-1. So 21-0 is what I would have done. Do you think he should have ever ended? Or do you think it's the streak should have ever ended?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I was waiting for you to answer. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm like, is he asking me? Because I don't know the answer to that question.
it's okay.
Oops. My bad.
My favorite. No, it's okay, Gina.
I'm like, is he talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
That's the slogan for this one. It's like, are you talking to me?
Oh.
That's funny that you said that, though. So, what is my favorite commercial? Probably that one. Are you talking to me? I would run around. I'd put like a jacket on. I was like 10 or 11. I'd be like, Mom and Dad, are you talking to me? They'd be like, what? Like, are you talking to me? They'd be like, yeah. Like, you talking to me? They're like, yeah, shut up. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm done. Definitely no Roman. Yes, no Roman. Definitely not Roman. Draymond Green is the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors.
Absolutely.
I mean, he does have a lot in soul for that. He does. What do you think about Liv confronting the fan at did you see that moment on Twitter last night where the one wrestler, she went and there was a girl that was crying after she lost and Liv went and saw her from like the crowd. They brought her backstage. Liv met her, talked to her, signed an autograph probably, and the girl was like 9 years old because she got caught on camera crying. So Liv was like, you know what, she had a moment like that and did it. It's so cool to see people do that because it's just like to know people are good out there. Like, you know, like because sometimes you think that these people are bad, but like just knowing that there's good-hearted people out there that it's nice to know. That's a moment that little kid, 9 years old, never forget. It's just and that's the thing. Like we remember moments, I feel like more than anything, where it's like you'll probably like we've been talking about where like you're saying all these things are coming up and it's just like they're in there somewhere. We remember them, and it's just so great. He should have retired 20 and all. He should have. Who did he face 20? Was that CM Punk? I forget. I think, honestly, that after he faced Bray is when he should have retired because I think that match with Bray wasn't as bad as they made it out to be. And Bray did a great job, and we obviously see what has happened now with Taker and Bray. So Gina's like, what are you talking about? This is just gibberish. So, are you a country? I don't think he's a country superstar. What about her? What? Huh? I'm confused. What about me? What about you? Oh, eight. Yeah, that's right. Triple. Yes, the end of the era. That either that one or Bray Wyatt. That's right. That triple threat or that Hell in the Cell match with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee was fantastic. So that wouldn't have been a bad one. But yeah, I don't think the streak should have ever ended. I remember watching The Undertaker and my neighbor would come over and I was very scared because I was like very young. he would literally start turning off the light, flicking the lights off. And one time he rang the doorbell and said, "The Undertaker's here at the front door." And I literally
Oh my
remember
God.
I literally jumped behind my couch because we had a little couch like thing behind. I jumped behind there and was hiding because I was scared. And
Oh,
I was just like, and then he literally would like turn, like do the lights off flickering and being like, "Undertaker's here for you." And then the one that was in Chicago, they made it seem like Undertaker was going to come after the match, and he had a casket match. So they go,
wow.
"Oh, well, they're going to put you in a casket, and Undertaker's going to take you away." I'm like, "You guys are awful people." I'm like, "This is not
Yeah.
what I should remember from this WrestleMania, is you guys torturing me about the Undertaker." And it's so funny now because you think about all these guys and like they're all just like normal people, and it just like, and I think that was the big reason why like social media has ruined it too. Like wrestling was so good back then because there was no social media. Like you knew nothing besides what you saw on TV.
Right, exactly. Yep, it's ruined now.
Do you remember Randy's dad, Bob Orton?
I remember that yeah, kind of.
Oh, it
That was
didn't
a long
happen.
time ago, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, that was yeah.
He was old
I'm
school.
I'm just trying to think of some of the like older school people I know of that like,
Yeah, yeah. I was just like,
yeah, no,
yeah,
that
that
was
was,
definitely a while ago.
yeah.
I also, by the way, I don't know if I told you, I've been trying to tell all my family to go and subscribe to you. So in case you did get some like random
Thank
subscribers,
you.
got you.
Right on. Appreciate it.
I was trying to tell them all before because when I finally like when you finally said yes, I was like, because I hate doing these by myself. They're just, I sit here sometimes and I'm just like, well, guys, what do you want to talk about? Like, so much easier to have somebody and talk and like, you know, some things that I don't remember. That's the best thing about like the only thing honestly I've really enjoyed about Twitter is meeting all the people that I have met, because there's so many people I've met that I don't know, that I don't think I've ever would have met before.
Yeah, I mean, I found my co-hosts through Twitter.
Oh, did you really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
nice. That's kind of
Yep.
weird. That's crazy.
The yeah, the even I have a couple of moderators
That's what I
and
need. I need more of those. I
yeah.
didn't realize how important they would be until all of a sudden the chat started getting it. All of a sudden I started getting a lot more subscribers. I'm like, damn, I need to find a few more because I can't see
Hmm.
everybody, and then there's some comments that I can't, and then it's just like I finally had to turn on the subscriber, like you have to subscribe to chat, because I was getting all these bots. I'm like, I
Yeah,
just can't deal with all these bots. Like it's annoying.
right. Yeah. And then I was on a network for that's how I first got involved. I was contacted on Twitter, and I guess he searched for or was trying to get podcaster for a Bay Area sports, anything, and he did hashtag 49ers, and then my name came up, and I was like, I guess because I had that in my profile or whatever. And so that's how I first became a podcaster. I just joined his network. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, that's okay. We'll teach you. I was like, what? So it doesn't pay. What I'm doing, it doesn't pay or anything like that. But I just do it for fun, you know?
Yeah.
And
I
that's
mean,
how I've met all my friends.
and that's one of the good things about it. I mean, you can do it for fun. You could do it for like whatever. Like, and it's one of
Hmm.
those things. You meet so many different people that like you don't think you're ever gonna meet. And some people have so much in common with you. Like, wait, like you just said, you found your co-host. It's like you
Yeah.
never know.
Yep. Yeah.
That,
And through the first network, I met one of my coworkers, and then he brought on this other girl that he's known a long time, and so now I have those two. One of my mods is from the other network that I first like worked at, if you will, and so it's like, you know, yeah, it's just like who you end up meeting.
question for you about those networks, because I've had a lot of people ask me about those, and I'm very like, I don't trust people very easily, and I always think people are always trying to like do something. What is that? Because people keep asking me, and I'm like, what is a network? They're like, well, do you want to join? And I'm like, well, what is it? They're like, well, do you? I'm like, oh, well, can you explain to me what this is? Because I don't know. Are you trying to take over my podcast? What are you trying
Yeah.
to do? So can you like explain like? Like anything
Um,
that maybe make me understand it better.
I mean, I guess it's important to know that if you want to do it on your own, do it on your own. If you want to like broaden your audience, then join them. You know, for me, I didn't have an audience, I didn't have anything. And I just said, here's a way of getting my name out, but it was under their brand name.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but if you want to have your own brand and do your own thing, which clearly looks like you do, I wouldn't do that. I'd stick with what you're doing.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I'm one of those people. I don't like I'm not mean, and I'm always there to help people. Like I always say in the thing, like retweet group, anything you need, I'm always here for you. You need someone to talk to, anything. I just for a hard time
Yeah.
trusting people, so I'm just like, are people always trying to get something, or what are they doing? It's like I don't feel I don't feel comfortable asking questions because I get like those weird messages on Facebook where it's like, please join this and you will receive blah blah blah. So it's like I
Oh
didn't know
yeah.
if it was that. And I'm just like, and I don't want to be mean, but I'm like, well, what are you asking me? Like, are you trying to take over Tino's time? Like, I'm trying to. That's my. I want to be Tino's time, not you. Like, I'm just like confused. And I'm like, again, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm like, So,
Yeah.
well,
No,
yeah,
yeah. Just stick with what you got and consider making it like an LLC, limited liability corporation, so that it's just yours and no one can take your name from you.
gotcha.
Your
Okay.
your brand name.
I feel like I've learned more in the last minute than I did like about this because I was just like, I was so confused. I had no idea. Literally, somebody sent me this long message, and I'm reading. I'm like, what? Like network, and then literally asked them, they're like, "Do you want to join?" I'm like, "I'm not joining nothing if you're not explaining it to me." So I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you. That makes it a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kid, I
Um,
don't know what Slay was talking about. She a funny lady. I was happy. No, who could be happy about Brock Lesnar ending the Undertaker's streak? No, I don't know where Gianna's at. Slay. Gianna's my sister.
oh, okay.
I got two little sisters. I got one is Olivia, and then one's Gianna, and yeah. So they sometimes come and hang out, but I guess not
Oh,
tonight.
cool.
So
Yeah.
that's okay. No lie, Tino. Not a big fan of the sequence of Matt. Bro, I'm going to be talking about that, and that's something that I do want to talk about too with John Cena and Undertaker. That match should have happened so long before it actually did. Hot take. I don't care who ended the streak, but I'm happy the Boneyard match. Yes, that's a big fact. Do you ever see the way Undertaker's career ended? Like the match that he had?
No.
He did like a cinematic match with like a bunch of like different things. I know I said that wrong. Cinematic. Yeah. So he did like a bunch of different things, like his old characters and stuff like that. And it was in like by like a barn area and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was at one of the
Um,
WrestleManias. If you have
oh
time, maybe
my
go check it
God.
out.
Yeah,
It's
I
not bad.
will.
Eric, maybe, bro, maybe. I don't know, bro. I gotta know I could trust you. Gotta find those people you can trust. For the record, whatever is on Twitter, I will follow, and promoting something, I will retweet for you. Trent can vouch for how much we bounce off of each other. Yes, I tag Mikey all the time, so if you ever want to go follow Mikey, go follow Gina. Tag Mikey, he'll always help you retweet. We gotta help each other out. Only way we could get anywhere. Can't get
Yes,
nowhere.
absolutely. That's my Twitter name, Gina Rep in the Bay. That's my name everywhere on all social media.
Is it? Do you have an Instagram and everything too? I was trying to find your Instagram and I couldn't
Yeah,
find it because I was trying to tag
it's
you and
at Gina
everything.
Rep in the Bay.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was trying to because I tagged you in the one on Twitter, but I was trying to find you on Instagram because Instagram's
Oh,
always the one I always try to forget to uh follow everybody on because we're all friends on like Instagram or on Twitter. That I'm
yeah.
like I always try to do like the YouTube because I feel like that's like. Do you have one too for your or is it your podcast too?
I have one for my podcast. It's
The Gina Bay Productions. It came up right
G-
next to it.
yeah, Gina Rep in the Bay Productions or
Okay.
Prod.
Okay. I followed both of them. I just wanted to make sure I got them both.
Yeah.
So, well,
I
yeah,
don't use
everybody.
that one as often, but I tag that one all the time. It's just I don't make a lot of posts, I should
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
just because I'm lazy.
I I feel you. I feel you on that. I
I
honestly,
use
like,
my main one a lot because I have more followers, if
yeah.
that makes sense.
I definitely feel you on that. Like, I feel I may seem like I post a lot, but in reality, I'm so lazy. I just want to I don't want to do it half the time. I'm just like, oh, sometimes
Yeah.
just something goes on in my head like a light switch, and I just do it so fast. I'm just like, okay. I
Yeah.
try to set all my stuff up though, so then all I got to do is press send. Because if I'm trying
Hmm.
to do it all at 7 or 6 or whatever time,
Yeah.
too
Right.
complicated.
Yeah.
So,
Or I have
uh,
to like hashtag a bunch of shit and I'm
all
like
the
just to
hashtag.
get
I
the
save
message out
hashtags in my
there.
notes. I put them all in my notes. I was like, I'm just copying and pasting them.
That's what I need to do.
It's so much easier because especially like when I watch like the Raw and Smackdowns, I gotta post on Instagram what happened. So I gotta go, and I'm not rewriting those hashtags every time. So I
Yeah.
just was like, nope. We're now on, guys.
Mhm.
The Trish and Christy Hemme. We had Undertaker win again and beat the Legend Killer Randy Orton. So now on the Women's Championship match. How you doing, Gina? We got like 4 matches left. You could tell me whenever you want to go, if you want to stay. Totally up to you.
I might just need to grab a water real quick.
That's fine if you want to take. If you want to go whenever you want to take a break, that's totally up to you.
I'll
I'm
just
so used to it, so I just sit here. I'm
I,
like, there's during the football season, I did a 7 hour. I was doing 7 hour live streams for like the game days all day. I was staying live, so these are like nothing to me now because they're only like a couple hours.
yeah.
I'm just like,
I'll probably stay for a little bit, but I need some water to wake up a little bit because remember I told you I was napping before I came
well, yeah,
on.
no. I mean,
I'll be
whenever you want to go, let me know. That's okay. I feel you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll take Gina out, everybody, while she goes get a drink of water. Slay, I will call you after. I will call you after the stream. I'm doing another one right after. So, guys, you're going to get double Latino here. We're going to take a little 30-minute break whenever this ends. It's going to be like a baseball doubleheader. We're going to take 30-minute break, and then we're going to come back and watch WrestleMania 22 with another special guest here on Tino's Time. So, make sure you guys stay here for the rest of WrestleMania 21, and then we got WrestleMania 22. I'll call you. I got you, Slay. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? What you gonna do?
Hello.
Hello. We all today. Yes, all today, Jordan. I'm just telling them that we'll be doing. I'm doing the double header like a baseball. I'm gonna end this stream, take a 30-minute break, and then come back and watch WrestleMania 22 like they do for baseball now. I need to go and get something to eat. I went and got Arby's for lunch by myself. I was like, I need to eat something like fast food.
Yeah.
What do you drink for what like do you drink just like straight water? Do you have like flavored water?
I prefer like sparkling flavored water or something, but right now we have regular water here.
Oh,
Need to make a trip to the store.
yeah, same here. I need to do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
to wake up a
Uh,
little.
I feel too long kicking out. I just need a day where I could sleep until like everything could be done. I could just sleep until I got to go live or something. Like I just like there's not enough time in the day. There's really not. Like we need to, you know.
Yeah.
Is it nice? Is it nice out by you? It was 50 degrees out here today, and it felt like summer. I was walking around with the t-shirt. I was like, hell yeah! It was like, woo.
So this morning it was
Oh, we got
basically
another 49ers fan
ugly.
in the house.
Oh,
Apparently, we got the number one 49ers fan in the house. So, what's up, crazy guy who unfortunately doesn't watch wrestling? Well, that's okay. I appreciate you
that's
coming and
okay.
hanging out, crazy guy. You
We
don't got to
weren't
watch
really
wrestling.
talking wrestling.
You really aren't. That's okay though.
Yeah, we're talking all kinds of stuff.
I mean, I feel
Thank
like
you for joining.
we got to do that though because we were just sitting here talking about wrestling. That would just be like,
Now
I'll
we're
do
talking
that.
about the weather.
Yeah, we're just going through it all. What's next? What else we got? I don't
But
know.
it was really shitty this morning. It was raining, and then it kind of like right now I'm in South San Francisco, so
Oh,
it's like it was like warm. I don't know what's up with this fucking weather, but it's supposed to get stormy, rainy until Wednesday.
always. I'm just so over it. I just want summer. I just need the heat. My body can't function during the cold. I just like my whole like body like cramps up. I don't tell many people, but I guess I do. I have cerebral palsy, so
Oh,
I was
okay.
completely paralyzed on the whole left side of my body. So like my
Yeah.
left eye is lazy. I have like I had like a stroke and everything. So like for some reason like every time it's cold like my whole like arm gets like tight and my whole body
Oh,
gets tight and I'm just like, oh my god. And then as soon as it's warm, it's just like woohoo. It's like I
yeah.
just feel I need to go somewhere like 40 San Francisco, somewhere just warm because I just cannot
Yeah.
deal with like the cold. And here in Chicago, you guys know how that is. Or I should say I know how it is. So I said the
I
timestamp
can't
right
stand the
now is
cold.
1:36. We are just starting HBK versus Kurt Angle, everybody. So if you guys want to join us, we're just starting this great match. If you guys remember, between these two great superstars, Achy Breaky Heart, Kurt Angle. I'm a sexy Kurt. I'm a sexy Kurt. So, but yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure everybody knew her, so then they
Bill,
could watch along.
hey, Bill's Mafia. I'm a low key Bill's Mafia fan when or if the 49ers are,
Lose.
lose in the playoffs. Then we switch. And if the Bills make it far, then we are low key Bill's Mafia. So just so you know.
I mean, hey, at least you got one in the AFC and one in the NFC. It's not like two in the NFCs.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't play that card. Nope. Especially not Philly fans. Now, there are Philly fans. There are a couple of Philly fans that I do like. Had them on my podcast. Very, very nice guys. Shout out to Jason Voorhees. Yes, that's his name. And shout out to Ryan from BSing Sports. Those guys are the best. They are not like your normal Philly fans.
Oh,
They are normal.
I've met some Philly fans, and they're not fun.
Yeah.
They're not fun.
They're not, but these two guys are really cool, really nice, really sweet, and yeah, I had them on my show, and and plus I've talked to them on previous shows before. That's why I had them on my show, and we previewed the NFC Championship, and then I brought Ryan back on for the overreaction show. Oh, and I forgot to mention Dennis. That was Rod's friend, one of my co-hosts. Rod's friend, Dennis, aka Unk.
I love it. Like, it's like Gunkle.
Yeah, Unk.
Unk.
And yeah, he is cool too. So, but yeah, there are some decent Philly fans out there. They're few and far between.
You gotta find them.
Just gotta find them.
You just gotta find them out there. Yeah, Jordan, this match was really good. This was probably the match of the night, besides obviously the John Cena, JBL, and Batista Triple H. I feel like this is the one that people remember most. Who did the Giants start off with before they play the Sox? Do you know?
Oh, I'll have to look that up.
It's crazy that we're even talking about spring training again. Like, I feel like it just ended. Like, I was thinking about that. I'm like, we just got done talking about baseball, and now we're right back.
Right?
He says, I hate. Oh, he said the number one hater in the house. I thought he said number 149. He said the number one hater. He's a crazy guy, bro. You were supposed to. Crazy guy.
So are you a Philly fan?
I think he's a Cowboys fan. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. That's right. That's right, crazy guy. You're a Cowboys fan. I can't remember. I try to keep track of everybody's favorite teams. I just sometimes I forget.
No wonder we beat you 2 years in a row for your coach's bonehead plays.
That one last year was awful.
That was bad.
That was bad. I don't care. I don't even care if it was the Cowboys. Whoever that team would have been, that was awful. You don't do that. Like, I don't care. Oh my God. Like, I was sitting there watching. I was sitting in my room, like right here, just sitting there, and I was just like, I just remember, I'm just like how? How do you do that on the last play of the game in the season?
Like, you can't make this up.
No, you can't. Faithful. Hey, but that's good though, crazy guy. You got to be faithful. We were just talking about that earlier, bro. No matter what your team is, got to be faithful.
Faithful to the lame. That's har.
Oh my! Are we going to should we have fight night here? And instead of watching WrestleMania, we can see you guys fight night.
Bring it! I got time.
She said, "Let's go." Someone must have nightmares about Joe Montana, Steve Young, and Jerry Rice running over their team. It's like watching the Cheetahs.
Cheatriots.
Oh, the Patriots.
Right for 2 decades.
I thought you said Cheetahs. I was like, what? The Patriots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the 49ers did do well. The poor Cowboys. But I don't feel sorry for Cowboys fans. I'm sorry. I don't. I have a lot of Cowboys fans that are friends, but like I just don't care. I just don't have any. No. Go away. All your fault.
So let's see. Wait, opening day.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
April. No. I was just looking it up because I didn't see. Okay, so our opening day. Wait a minute. Okay. Well, our home opener is Friday, April 7th against the Royals.
Oh no. All right. Well, you'll start the season 3-0. The Royals don't know how to play baseball until they play the White Sox or they play in like June. I hate the Royals.
But I think is this? Do we play the Yankees April 1st? Wait, but when does this?
I thought it was April 3rd
that is that official opening day?
No, opening day I think is March 28th or 27th.
Okay.
I don't know if somebody plays on the 27th. Let's see. San Francisco 60. Oh my God.
Oh wait, regular season.
Let's see.
Regular season. This thing is confusing. I'm looking at some different
Yeah, so opening day is March 30th. And they play the Yankees. They open with the Yankees. So you must be looking at the Giants playing the Royals like the last preseason games or something.
Okay.
Yeah, because it says they open with the Giants and Yankees, and that's actually the first game of the season. Giants and Yankees opening.
Yeah. Okay, that's what. Yeah, the Yankees, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the White Sox got to play the Astros as they hang their banner. Not excited. Yeah, they won last year. Oh. I hate the Astros. Now they're cheaters.
Yeah.
Bang bang. They're like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Bang bang. Oh.
Spring train. Okay, yeah, spring train. Okay, this is what I wanted to pull up. Sometimes I click on something and it gives me some random website. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yes, here it is. March 30th. Okay, yep. This I can read. See, it used to be in the light mode and then dark mode changed my life.
Oh, dark. Oh, like on like how it's like the white and like black and everything. That's so funny.
Yeah. See, now I went dark mode because like my computer is in light mode, and sometimes I'm just like, and then my son's like, I can change it for you. And I'm like, no, because then I'm going to get, I know he's like, he's 14 and I'm like, and I'm like, no, I'm like, I'm going to get all confused,
Oh my God. So funny.
I know. So I'm like, I can have certain things on certain, I had Twitter on light mode for like the longest. And then one day I accidentally put on dark mode and I left it on there. And then I woke up the next morning and it was still on, and I would go, "Hey, I can read this now." I got so used to it. Like,
My phone
oh,
does that like my phone does that sometimes for some apps when I go outside and if it's dark out, like it goes into the dark mode, but I don't know how to change it and just keep it on like one. So like there's sometimes like when I'm outside in the dark, it goes to dark mode, and then when during the day it's in light. I'm just like, what the hell? Like I need it in like one because there's sometimes I can't see it or like I bought a screen protector and it's one of those like UV blue light ones for some reason. And
oh.
then when I go on the light, it shows. I'm just like, so like when it's really sunny, all you see is a blue light on the phone. I'm just like, what are we doing here? I'm just like, oh my god, gotta love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh. What is the reason why I love the Bears? Well, I love the Bears because I'm from Chicago. I think because I've grown up watching the Bears, and I think that, I'm not going to go and switch teams, and I'm going to be dedicated to the Bears. Oh, and I won $50 from Devin Hester kicking off that kickoff in the Super Bowl that one year.
Ooh.
And what was it, 2006, 7? I always remember. I always forget, but I always remember that I won $50. I went. One of my dad's friends was over because we had Super Bowl parties. We had a party for every sporting event pretty much when I was growing up. So Super Bowl, WrestleMania, flipping World Series, everything. So this time, one of my dad's friends was talking shit. He was all drunk. I was like, "I bet you $50." He runs this back and he does it. He's like, "Oh shit!" My dad's like, "Pay him." I got $50 and I ran upstairs. I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm rich. Let's go." Now you
Hell
can't even
yeah.
get gas with that.
I can't bet on football games, but put me with a basketball game and
Oh God,
I already won off them
I'm kind
before.
of I'm kind of scared to do any like fantasy or anything with you. You probably whoop my ass. I think I'm good, and then you're gonna come in here. You're gonna be like, nope.
It's hard. I think it's harder to play fantasy football than anything because it's so 50-50.
Oh
Like you
yeah.
can throw in your best team ever, right? Yeah, like I had Jalen Hurts on my team, right, for my Yahoo League. Because I played a Yahoo League, an ESPN League, and my sleeper league. And then I had a great player on each one. I had Justin Jefferson on one, Jalen Hurts on the other, and Jonathan Taylor on another one, right? Those were all my three best players. And it was my sleeper team with Justin Jefferson that did the best. And then I pulled a bunch of randoms. Like I was dropping, adding, and then the other ones where I didn't do shit, like I lost. I had the worst record ever. And then in my sleeper league where I had just Jefferson, I was adding, dropping every week. I ended up going to the first round of the playoffs and losing because I didn't know it was the first round of the playoffs. I thought
Oh,
it was the following week.
you gotta love that. That happened to me one year. I was like, how does that even happen? And thank God I talked to the commissioner and he changed it. But yeah, how the hell do you forget the playoffs? They forgot that it was the week. They forgot that they added a week to the season. I was like, if you
Like,
watch football, you should know that they added a week to the season. You should not be running a fantasy football league if you do not know that. Come on now.
I was pissed.
I was
I
just like, oh,
was pissed.
it's just like why? It's like, and people put money into it. Some leagues are like $200-$300. It's like what the f?
Luckily, I had no money in this, but in that league. But
Oh, okay, well
hey,
that's good, but still, I
yeah,
mean
yeah,
that's still annoying.
it was,
You do a
you
lot of
know.
homework. It's like I said, it's like a job. You got to watch the stuff daily. You got to see who's injured, and that's a very good point that you didn't make. That's a lot of people. I think we learned a lot from this year. You could have Justin Jefferson. You could have flipping Josh Allen, and if they go
Hmm.
out and have shitty weeks, Justin Jefferson had 1.8 points in the what was it championship week for
Hmm.
the fantasy championship. Best player all season long goes out and has one catch versus the Packers.
Right. Like,
We don't
yeah,
know.
you don't know.
And that's like Tony Pollard. Like you draft, what round did you draft him? Probably 11 or 12, and he ends up being like a top 10 running back. It's like you just don't know.
Yeah. Well, I had him last year, right? So
Did you?
I
Okay,
already picked him up early.
true. See,
So
that's the
that's
thing. You
why
got it.
I knew.
It's so funny too because I bet you did that, and people were like, "What the hell is she doing?"
Yep. I was like, I already knew.
I already knew.
I was talking so much shit to Dallas, like on our podcast. I was like, you guys only got 2 good players on your whole team. Tony Pollard and fucking Parsons. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your whole
honestly, in reality, that is really their team. Like CD Lamb's good. Like I'll give CD credit.
He's good.
Dalton Schultz is okay, but Dalton's not going to be there. Dak Prescott is not like a franchise quarterback. Mike McCaffrey, Mike McCarthy. I said McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey. I'm thinking of the 49ers now. Mike, it's just like and Jerry's up there every time they get a first down, he's clapping like they won the Super Bowl. It's like, bro, like you got a first down, chill. And then when they lose, he cries. It's just like I can't. Them boys. Yes, pride and joy of Illinois. Yes, sir. That's your boy Tino. You think of Illinois, think of Tino. Yes, Chicago Cubs, White Sox, they do the same as they do for the Mets and Yankees and the Giants and Jets and everything. The problem with the Cubs and Sox games, though, is people get way too drunk too fast, and these morons. I went to a Cubs Sox game one year, and this girl got mad at me because I was so excited. She like tried to like throw her beer at me because she was so drunk. I was like, what? I was like, get away from me. I was she was all drunk. She's like, shut up. You're being too loud. I'm like, I paid for my ticket. I'm like, shut up. Like, just because you come and tailgate and you're trying to get too drunk, like, I get, like, you're trying to have fun. But, like, if you can't handle it, don't go into the stadium.
Yeah.
Damn. Dream match. Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. What do you think?
Ooh, I love Bret Hart. I remember when Kurt Angle came onto the scene, they're like, don't fuck with Kurt Angle. I was like, whatever.
He won an Olympic medal with a broken freaking neck.
Yep. I was like, Bret Hart.
As I've been watching these and seeing the evolution of Kurt, and like, because when the first one I watched, 16, he had hair, and now he doesn't have hair. And it's just so funny to think about like how long he's actually really been around and how much he actually really has done. And it just, he's one of those guys I wish that he would have got a better retirement match than he did.
Wow.
In control. Oh. I got caught up on the chat. There we go. I don't know. Sometimes when I get caught up in the chat, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, now I got nothing to say. Like, well, let's go. Especially like on like the Raw ones, because the Raw ones are like 3 hours and they're not good sometimes. They're very boring. Like they're just not good. And I'm just sitting there like bored as hell. Just like, well, really? Yay. I'm just like, well, yay, guys. What's up? How you doing? It's Monday. Just sitting there. Like as a kid, I thought Angle was okay. Now that I'm grown, I base wrestling in the ability. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people do that. They base obviously like what we like when we're kids, and then we like as we get older, we base it off of like something else. You know what I mean? Where it's like you see something, you know it's good, but then you know it's like bad. Like some is bad. That maybe other people like.
Yeah.
Are you watching this with us or no?
No, I was just listening. I'm hearing you narrate it.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. I didn't know if you were like watching it at all.
I'm not good at multitasking.
I feel you. Either am I. I'm trying. Like I'll probably like. There's probably some things I still probably have not caught that I probably missed that I probably should have watched. That I'm just like, yeah, I'm so bad at it.
But if we're doing one of the old ones, I'll have to watch it.
Oh, that's
like one of the old school ones. Yeah. Like,
well,
I'll definitely put it on.
I'll have to find one of the old school ones, like during summertime, and have you back on or something.
Yeah, or like, I think we could do like you can.
I'll let you pick it. How about that? You pick the pay-per-view, and I'll set it up. There we go. Right, you pick it. You let me know. We'll figure it out. Schedule it after because I'm doing these until WrestleMania. So like around like May or something, whenever you're available.
Maybe I'll bring my ex-husband on in the chat because he loves wrestling.
There you go.
Yeah. He actually comes into my sports podcast sometimes. He'll be in the chat and he'll talk about some random shit with one of my mods, boxing, because he's a big boxing buff. Pick
Oh,
WrestleMania 12.
yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. WrestleMania. I can't tell you anything. I don't remember anything. We'll switch sides. I remember. I know absolutely nothing. This is your time to tell me because I don't.
I'm gonna have to look up 12. Let me see.
My uncle had the first one on VHS and he put it in one day and we were watching it at his house and I was just like, oh my god. I was just like, I cannot like just imagine watching like a WrestleMania on like a VHS or like the first one was the second one. So I think Jordan told me is how like the second one they did, like I've seen it in like the documentary how they did it from like 3 different states. It was Los Angeles, Chicago, and then where's the other? I forgot what the other one was. Oh, that was the Iron Man match? That's what it was. Brett and Shawn. That's that one. See, that's the thing. I know the matches, but I don't know what pay-per-views they're at. Like Razor and Shawn was at WrestleMania 10, but like Austin and Brett, I thought was at WrestleMania like 14, and I guess it's 15. I didn't know that. Just too much history of wrestling that I don't think people have enough time to go back and watch.
WWF. Iron Man match. That's the one he's talking about. The Ultimate Warrior. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh my god.
I love Roddy Piper. I think he actually has a if I'm not mistaken, I think he does the his talk show out there WrestleMania. I think he does. There's some things I like. I used to go back and rewatch these as a kid, like for like a 5-year span. I would literally watch every WrestleMania every year around WrestleMania time, and I've seen all these so many times, but I like still forget, and I'm just like, well, yeah, it's like damn.
Because there's so many.
There is. King Von who? King Von.
Oh, King Von R.I.P.
Who's King Von?
I think Piper is dead. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, Roddy Piper did die. So sad. Springboard and Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle putting on a show. They're so good. Makes sense why Shawn's probably the way he is now, all the shit that he did. Oh shit, he springboard off that thing like flying. Damn. And it didn't break. Ouch. Would you ever do a spot off like an announce table or anything if they were like, Gina, like you want to take a spot, will you do it?
For wrestling, like a play-by-play?
No, like you have to like take like a bump. Like you gotta like take like a bump off of like an announce table or something. Like you gotta wrestle, Gina.
Oh my god. I'd probably die. I'm so sensitive.
She's like, nope. She's like, I'll just commentate it. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll do play-by-play.
She's like, let's do the play-by-play. I mean, hey now.
Oh shit, no.
We got yeah, the Piper's Pit. That's what it is. The Piper's Pit.
No, you know what was funny though? I used to watch that show Fuller House on Netflix.
Did it end?
I don't know. See, if it did, I didn't watch I didn't watch the end. Yeah, I watched the first couple of seasons, and Cameron, or what's her name, Beret or whatever, fuck her name is. Anyway, DJ. She did that wrestling move with she was in the ring with like her son was into wrestling or something. And it was like Mexican wrestling or whatever. And so she was like doing her moves or something. And I was like, I can do that, but no.
You're like, nah. That's why they would always tell us, please don't try this at home, but we would never listen. I was the one doing swanton bombs onto my little sister on my parents had a bed and then we'd have a pull-out couch. So literally from like the door you would open in, you'd walk on the bed, and then from the top of their bed, so we would just wrestle each other and use pillows and stuff. And I would like,
Yep.
it was just like you think you want to do it, but then it's like, nah.
I have a scar on my forehead from being thrown into a refrigerator.
Huh? Ow. Why would somebody throw you into a refrigerator? What'd you do?
We were wrestling.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what'd you do? Were they mad at you?
No, we were playing.
Crazy guy. I think
it was on Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
I had stitches.
Oh God, that's not a good way to spend Easter.
I was taken into the emergency room with stitches.
That just did not sound like a good time. Not a good Easter.
No, I cried. I was 4.
Oh God.
No, 5. 5.
Oh God, that's just the worst.
Yeah.
I had something happen like that when I was little. I ran into like the door, like a door handle, and I started bleeding, and my grandparents decided to bring me all the way back to where I live instead of bringing me to the emergency room. So they brought me back to my parents instead of bringing me to the emergency room and calling my parents. I'm just like, what are we doing here? I'm like, I'm bleeding and you're bringing me home. I'm like, great. Gotta love it. Like,
oh my God.
Just not okay. I forgot how many stitches I had to get. I remember I had to get stitches. I remember them trying to like staple my head, and I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, this is not fun. I think I was like 10 or 11 or something like that. I might have even been younger. I was just like, oh my God. Jordan said he got power bombed on a trampoline. Trampoline's a different story. Me and my neighbors and stuff used to wrestle on a trampoline. We had a trampoline with like a net. We would do we would do like wrestling matches. We'd do entrances. We would do like we at one point we would put like the water like the hose, and we would put soap. And we would like all like slide around and like yeah. Like it was It probably wasn't the smartest idea, but this is what we were doing in the summer. Wrestling each other on trampoline with soap and water.
Or like just like we used to make slip and slides with like linoleum. Loose linoleum. Yeah, like if someone was doing a remodeling job, we'd get the linoleum and like lay it down because we had like hills and stuff in the city on the concrete. We get the water hose and we make our homemade slip and slide.
You gotta love the slip and slides. Slip and slides are the best. I love slip and slides.
When I was like 12, I think there was like a bunch of ice plants, and me and the boy, I was a tomboy, obviously. Me and my brother and the boys and everybody, we would like play wrestling all the time, and we'd give each other clotheslines and all that suplex shit and whatnot.
Shit.
I just remember getting clothesline one time, and I went down, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I started like becoming a girl, and I was like, it hurts now.
You're like, oh, don't do this to me no more.
Yeah, my mom's like, I don't think you should be outside playing with the boys anymore. And I'm like, oh, but they're my friends.
That's how my sister was too. She was always trying to hang out with us, or she was always like trying to be like, she was that tomboy that was like, I want to be out and hang out with like guys. I don't want to be around girls. I don't want to deal with the drama. I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah. Because the girls on my block were always either, like, oh, you should be hanging out with us, like, and wear this and wear that. And I was like, I don't care.
They're all fighting over the same guy too.
They just always wanted to like look a certain way.
Oh, I just
like this popular shit.
I know, and I feel like that just has gotten like throughout the years, like it's like I feel like it just has gotten worse where like people think that they need to put like a face on it. It's just like shit. Like I want to see like you. Like it doesn't. Like you don't need to like look like a goddamn like whatever the hell you're trying to do. Like let's just say that. Like God gave it to you for a reason. Like shit. I don't know.
There was a girl we saw last night. We're Dave & Buster's, and she had these such fake eyelashes. They were so fake. I thought they were gonna fall off and fly away.
You said I thought they were gonna fall.
I was like, okay.
Gonna fall off and fly away. It's all God. There's And that's
They
the
look
thing.
like
It's
butterflies.
like I saw somebody put and it's like these TikToks filters that they have now that the people can do, and like I saw somebody do. I'm like, oh my god, you don't know what the hell anybody looks like now. Like, oh, that's I love catfish. I don't know if I ever told the story on one of my podcasts or anything. Well, if this is new to anybody, but I've been catfished before, so that's why I think I like the show Catfish so much. So
Oh,
that
it's a good show.
yeah, and it's one of those things that I'm just like, you really don't know what the person looks like, and it's like after experiencing it, me and my friend pretty much dated the same girl for like 3 months. It was bad. Yeah.
Oh my
So it
God.
was like, yeah, so it was just one of those things like I just don't like that's why I have a hard time trusting people. I'm like, I need to FaceTime you. You gotta live in Chicago or we gotta hang out. Like I'm not dating nobody from like California or like Hawaii or something. Like there was one person that dated somebody from Antarctica. I'm like, what are we doing here? You're dating somebody from Antarctica and you live in like California.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like what are we
Red
doing here?
flags.
Yes. Like, oh my god.
Speaking of catfish, I think if you call this was back in the AOL days.
AOL.
This was kind of catfish. He sent me a picture of his graduation picture, senior high school graduation. Like, how do you just do that? And I don't know if he mailed it to me or dropped it off in my mailbox. And I said, oh, now his mouth was closed. Okay. It was like a closed mouth smile. And he said, okay, I'm going to take you out. We're going to meet up at Chevy's or whatever, right? Chevy's. Okay. And I said, all right. So when I met him, he had this huge snaggle tooth. It was not him.
Like it was.
He said he looked like Ben Affleck and he looked like Tom Hanks. So now my mom always refers to it. She goes, remember that time you went out with Tom Hanks? And I go, Mom, he said he looked like Ben Affleck.
Oh my god.
So now it's just like this forever joke in our family.
Oh, that's awful.
That's a catfish, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a cat.
Okay.
There's your catfish story. You've been catfished, Gina. There's your cat. Gina's been catfished, guys. She just figured it out. Ankle lock, guys. Ankle lock. But oh my god. Yep, that's exactly. And it's just like I don't know why. I'm one of those people. Like I've had like a lot of bad experience, and I'll be honest. Like there was a bad period of time, and I did have like a bad period of time with like stuff, and just it wasn't okay. I was in a dark place and everything, and like there were times where like I definitely like, would think about it, but then I'm like, why would I want to do that? Because why would I want to talk to somebody as somebody else when they're not going to get to know me, and then I'm going to meet them, and it's just like I'd rather have somebody know me as like Tino, podcast, wrestling, and everything like that. Than being this guy that looks like a different. If you're not going to like me for me, then what the hell do I want you for? Because I'm not just going to be dating you online. I want somebody I can spend time with and go do things with. Like I've also said I want to be that. I want to go visit all the baseball stadiums. I've only been to obviously Sox Park, and then I've been to Wrigley Field once. Never again. I went with my friend for his birthday, but I will never go there again because I hate the Cubs. But I did it for him. But I want to go to all the stadiums, and I'm like one of those. I'm like, well, I want to be with somebody that's going to want to do the same type of things. I'm not just going to want to sit there and talk to somebody, and it's just like, and it's like the fact that people are still getting catfished 10 years later is ridiculous. How are you still getting
learn, right?
You would think like, and that's the thing. Like I've definitely met a couple girls like on like some of those sites that I've been on, and as soon as I see any type of sign from like the show Catfish, I'm like, they're literally catfishing me. And then it ends up coming out that they're like they were asking for money or this and that. It's just like I don't got time for it. As soon as you know somebody's asking you for money, they don't want nothing to do. They just want your money and go.
Yeah.
I don't got time for all that. So I just don't understand the people that do that. It's just like why do you don't have anything else better to do with your lives than catfish? Like, and I know people get off on it. And some of the episodes I watched, like there was one guy I watched. It was exactly what it was. It was a 45-year-old guy and like an 18-year-old girl.
Oh.
And it was like, what are we doing? Like, this is exactly what they were worried about. And it was for the first time it actually happened. And while we're talking about catfish, Kurt Angle makes Shawn Michaels tap out. So, I mean, that's just crazy. It's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to get to know somebody.
The ones that bother me are I've seen a couple times where it's like the girl is catfishing like her best friend
Oh my God! If I
to
found
like,
out,
yeah.
Chumblebee, if I find out you're catfishing and you're being some girl, Chumblebee, I'm gonna cut you. I know where you live. That's
Like
like
that's
that,
fucked
and
up.
that's exactly what it would be. It's like Chumblebee catfishing me and pretend. It's just like what? Like
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't have that much time on his hands because that's just like it's just like why are you
Hmm.
gonna because you want me to be happy, but why wouldn't I just want to be happy with somebody that I'm happier alone that I would be dealing with somebody like that
Oh my
because it's
god.
just more stress having to go and try to hang out with the person than having to go and do anything. It's just like, what are we doing here? Oh my god,
Oh god, so
it's a
fucking
mess.
crazy.
It's a mess. Like, and I love Neve and everything. I'm happy the show's out, but the fact that that show's out because of that is just like. And I remember my cousin rented the movie. You remember when Netflix still mailed the DVDs?
Hmm.
So my cousin did that. He rented it, and he had no idea what it was. He just saw Catfish, so he rented it, and we sat down as a family and watched. It was me, my dad, my cousin, I think my mom at the time, and everything like that. And my cousin and me enjoyed it, and my dad was like, "What the hell is this shit?" And it's now to think about like the show, like the movie turned into a TV show, and it just like the fact as many people, like we said, like as many people that
Yeah,
do it is just crazy. I don't know how we
it
got talking about Catfish, but here we are. We talked about a lot of things that isn't WrestleMania 21. We got
everything
fabulous,
but wrestling.
the fabulous Moolah and Mae Young. Hey, that's good though. I'm sure they're tired of hearing me talk about wrestling 7 days a week. It's good to have somebody. I'll be back. I'll be back here in an hour talking about WrestleMania 22 with my friends. So we'll talk about 21 too. Funny as hell. Speaking of Rowdy Piper, it's time for the Piper's Pit, everybody.
Woohoo!
I forgot this was on there until I started watching and they said Piper's Pit. I was like, oh. That was one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to do this too, is because there's so many things that like have happened that like I can't remember that like now watching it older, I'm like, oh, okay, I understand it now, or I get it, okay. Because we were like, I
Yeah.
was so young at this time, I was like, I just saw John Cena wearing a chain. I'm like, you can't see me, like that was me. I was running around with the chain, the hat backwards, the basketball jersey. I remember I wore a basketball jersey to school one day, and everybody like made fun of me because I literally walked around like John Cena. I had the hat, I had the basketball jorts, the shorts, and it was just so I was just like, I don't know. People were just mean. I feel like anyway. Oh, good, Rowdy Piper. Yes, Rowdy Piper. Roddy. That. See, I just saw a shirt that I used to have that I'm like, I wonder where that went.
Oh yeah, I would love to have a Rowdy Piper shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, he said also. I think Kid said earlier it was 2017, 18. He died. 2018 it was.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy that it's been 5 years already. Oh, time flies too
Wow.
fast, Gina.
It does. It totally
Like,
does.
there's not enough time in the day. There's not enough time in anything. Like, there's just, like, it's just
It's facts.
big facts. What else you got going on today? After this, you got anything else fun going on? Just relaxing.
Absolutely not. See probably whatever basketball game they're showing. What you were saying about the baseball stadiums. I remember a long time ago, one of my bosses had said that one of their friends had taken this trip one time. And it sounded so appealing. Um, they had taken an RV and they went around the country and they decided to go to every baseball stadium ever, like, just for a whole year or some shit with their kids. And I was like, that's the coolest trip. At the time I didn't really care about baseball as much, but I always thought like it would be cool to just take an RV and just go see all the like best landmarks in
Yeah,
the
see,
states, or
an
something.
RV would be even cooler because you could literally just drive that. Like, instead of having to fly to like each one, like taking an RV and live,
Yeah.
that would be insane. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That would be the perfect way to do it. Jordan, I am watching it, bro. Here comes Stone Cold. Just because we're talking don't mean I can't watch it. I've watched all the matches. I know what's going on. I just want me and Gina sitting here like, so Gina, what's up? How's life? Like, you guys wouldn't want to watch that. You guys would be bored. We'd be sitting here with nobody in the stream. I can multitask with wrestling because I've seen this so many times that I just need to like, you know, Stone Cold. Oh, I love Stone Cold. My friend, one of my friends his dad looks just like him. It's so funny every time I see him. I don't
Oh
even call him
yeah.
his name. I'm like, what's up, Stone Cold? I'm like, what's this? Just give him a beer and it's him.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The fact that him and Roddy Piper were in the ring together is kind of like I never knew this happened. Like I remember this happening, but like I said now, like that we're like I'm a little bit older. I'm like watch these things. I'm like, damn, okay. Like I've learned so much since I started doing my podcast of wrestling that I thought I knew that I have no idea that I know nothing.
Yeah. No, I mean same here with when I do my shows with you know, different teams, not just like with co-hosts that are Saints fans, and we're talking about Drew Brees, and I had a Raiders fan. We were, previewing the 49ers Raiders game. And I had the Raiders fan, he was saying Drew Brees doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
Get the hell out of here. What the hell?
Right? And it was like a hot take. And I said, I want you to come back on the 49ers Raiders overreaction show. So we'll see who wins. And then we'll overreact to the outcome. And then I want you to bring up your hot take so that my co-hosts who are Saints fans can have a chit chat about that. He's like, okay. So it was interesting. They didn't really get too into it, but it was just like kind of funny because he was like, I just don't see how Drew Brees belongs, in the Hall of Fame. Like he didn't do this, he didn't do that. And they were like, what are you talking about? It was fucking hilarious. So luckily it wasn't contentious, but it was like just do.
Just like, oh my god, yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I'm not a big Drew Brees fan, but I even think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, he did so many great things. Like Drew Brees is one of those guys that he only won one ring, right? He beat the Colts 09. Yeah. So and it's like he didn't need to win 6, but all the other things that he did, he's probably going to be the best Saints quarterback that they ever have.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be nobody else unless they find somebody out of the woodworks. But let's be real here, Jameis Winston ain't that.
Right.
Or Taysom Hill. They trying to turn Taysom Hill into a goddamn quarterback. What the hell?
He tries to turn himself into a quarterback.
Let him play tight end in fantasy football and get me 20 points. That works for me. Because the tight end position sucks.
Yeah.
Besides like 4 people.
And doesn't Drew Brees have like a passing record? Like
he has I think he has the passing record, and then I think he also has the passing like complete. I think it's for like a touchdown in one game or something like that, in like a consecutive amount of games or something. I always remember that Monday night game. He threw a touchdown, and then they were all celebrating. I just forget which record that was.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I saw a highlight, I'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them celebrating their asses off.
Because you remember that they like stopped the game and everybody was like hugging them and everything. Mm-hmm. I think it was versus the Falcons. For some reason, the Falcons and Saints games were always on like those Monday nights for some reason.
Yeah, division rival. Yeah.
But the problem is the Saints would always win. The Falcons aren't good. Like, it's just like, what are we doing here?
And they let go Mariota too, so I guess they're trusting.
Got Desmond. They got Ritter.
Yeah, they're trusting their young guy.
I'll tell you what, though, I think Kyle Pitts next year. He's pissed off about this year. I think he's going to be a guy that you gotta grab and you can get him late. That may be very good. That we could be talking about middle season. That has a breakout season, because you can't tell me that he's going to go out there and do that again. And if he does, then he does. But I mean, I just don't see it. He's too good of a player.
Yeah.
And maybe the Falcons are really just that dysfunctional. But like, they should use that guy because the guy is talented, and we've seen what he can do when he does get the ball.
Yeah, he is talented. I agree.
I just think that's because I know he's gonna fall a lot next year. Everybody's gonna be afraid to take him. You
I
probably
think
get him as a backup. That would be the best. That would be the best position to get him.
I think Jimmy G's going to the Saints or maybe they even said the Falcons.
Well, if Jimmy G went to the Falcons, that would be even better for Kyle Pitts and all of the people. It's going to be interesting to see where all these guys go, because like Schultz said, he's going to be a free agent. There's going to be a bunch of other guys. I'm trying to think.
Ton of free agents.
Yeah, it's going to be
even for the Niners too.
Who did they lose? Because I know they're not losing like too many, but I know they're losing like
yeah, there's like Jimmy Ward, some defensive guys. Jimmy Ward is up. Emmanuel Mosley, who had torn his ACL. I hope we sign him back. Deshaun Gibson, I hope we sign him back.
Yeah, Gibson's good.
But Jimmy Ward, he can fuck himself.
I love your honesty. It just
because he went on an IG live and he was like, just talking all kinds of shit, and I was like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, and then Mike McGlinchey, he's probably gone. I don't think we're gonna, keep him on O lineman. Yeah, he can go fuck himself too. But yeah, there's a few others. So that's just off the top of my head.
Oh, there's so many. And when does the season, like the reset? It's like March, like 21st or something like that.
It is this month. Yeah, I'm trying to
forget.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, I know the little break of no sports is almost over.
Right.
Besides wrestling and basketball and hockey.
I don't care what you do. I'll tell you this. If you guys got a problem with that,
I gotta spit in your face. Do you remember Carlito, or was he like, no, Carlito came around later.
Probably.
Piper just took the apple in the air. That's great. 54. They're tied right now, the Saints and Falcons, for wins. I didn't know that, like, versus each other. Or, like.
Probably.
Oh, well, Carlito just got spit in the face. Boom. Taking him out. Imagine beating Roddy Piper up at WrestleMania. He gets so much. And then Austin's going to stun his ass. What was... Are you playing the Godfather music?
No, that's one of my ringtones for... it's my ex-husband texting me. I don't know what he wants. Oh, he must be sending me pictures of my son.
Stunner.
Let's see.
How many kids do you have? Just the one?
Yeah, just one. March 15th, 2022, NFL league year ends.
That's right, okay.
And then free agency begins at 4 p.m. Eastern.
That same day?
Yeah.
Oh, so.
Well.
That's always my favorite, because I just sit there and watch NFL Network and just wait for all the signings.
Yeah.
And then watch all the teams that aren't mine get players that they need, and my team just sit there and not do anything. The Bears have the most cap space this year. They should sign somebody.
What do you think they're going to do with the number one pick?
Oh, I don't know, Gina. I keep stressing about it. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm really not.
You know what, though? You guys need to keep Justin Fields.
Yes, I agree with that. I just don't I just keep saying that if they're gonna trade down, I feel like they need to get they need to make sure they're not just trading down to get they need to they make these stupid decisions, and I just again trust issues. I have too many trust issues with my damn sports teams. Yeah. I just can't trust them. They're just they're just so bad. It just I don't know though. I think that they should trade down, But I just think that if they're going to trade down, they need to go trade with the team that actually they're going to get something for, and not just trade with the team because they want the first pick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my word, is they're going to trade with the Colts. They're going to get a couple picks, but we still need a receiver. We still need there's so many things the Bears need that they just, obviously we wouldn't have this problem if we could just draft Patrick Mahomes back in 2017 or was that 16, 17, whatever year that was? I forget.
Yeah, I think 17, I think.
Oh yeah,
Possibly.
no, I think they should keep Fields, and then because I mean, what are they really going to do with they don't draft a quarterback, so there's no reason to have the first pick.
Right.
You got to trade, so we'll see what happens. But I'm just trying to get ready for baseball, and I don't want to worry about that till April 26th. I'll wake up on April 26th to worry about that.
Oh man. It's just those fucking talking heads keep talking about every morning I wake up. It's either Aaron Rodgers and his I don't want to hold up anyone else's decision. Well, then shut the fuck up.
Stupid retweet. If I had to hear Pat McAfee, I love Pat McAfee, but if I had to hear Pat McAfee tell me about Aaron Rodgers retreat again, I was gonna hit somebody because I was just like, what are we doing here? I don't care. And I'm not even in the picture. It's so funny.
I call him A crap. No one wants to hear about A crap anymore.
A crap. I love it. Did you ever see that thing that Ken and Peele did with Aaron where he's like, hey, Ron?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny. My dad showed it to me for the first time, like when I first shot it, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so great. And I literally can't unsee it. Like, that's all I see.
Shit.
We have the sumo match coming up, guys. We have 3 more matches. Gina, how you doing? You still good? Or
I'm still doing good.
We got 3 more matches.
Happening, just WrestleMania.
Yes. Show and Akebono. I don't know how the hell to say this guy's name. He's some sumo guy from Japan, I think. I don't know why they did a sumo match at this WrestleMania. I feel like this would be like the match they do now. I feel like they replace these types of matches with like having like Logan Paul and stuff come in. Because like Logan Paul is probably gonna have like a top like level WrestleMania match. I don't know why they thought this would be a good match to have at a WrestleMania, but okay, Here we are.
What'd you think about that Jake Paul? Did you watch that Fury?
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't order it or anything, but I
me neither.
Highlights and everything. But I mean, I thought it was like okay. I mean, it's nothing like I'm gonna go like crazy for. I definitely know people that do, but like that's why I try to stay in my own lane. I try to stay in stuff I know, so I don't say anything like dumb, and then I sound stupid because I'm gonna be like, well, Jake Paul did that, and he's like, nope, because that's how I feel when people start saying stuff. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? I'm just like, so. I'm just like, well, I've seen a little bit of it, but I don't know. I'm not, know. People, they try to argue with me. I'm like, I don't have time to argue with you. Like, I have too many other things to worry about than arguing with you over something. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really watch any of that, but
I know it was such a big thing.
I think he was favored though, right? Jake Paul?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because Tyson Fury, he tried to wrestle and flip it because that's who he faced, right? It was Tyson.
Right? Yeah. I think so.
We both sound stupid right now. We're just.
I know. I'm like, wait. I know it's Fury. I know there's a couple Furies. You know what? Disregard this. Next. No, just kidding.
Yeah, next. Too bad there's not like a transition button I can press. Bro, man, if Carlito would have spit, man, Stone Cold would have beat the shit out of Carlito. I would not want to mess with Steve Austin. Not at all. No, thank you. Longest victory for the season series between the Falcons and Saints was in 1973. It was 62-7. I would cry.
Okay, now that's before I was born.
She said, I don't even remember that. Oh God, there goes the headphones. Stupid headphones. I need to find better headphones. It was Tyson Fury's brother is who it was.
Okay.
So we were both wrong. Or I mean,
so at least I knew it was a Fury.
Yeah. We were right on that.
I was half right.
Chris said, Chris, you're funny, bro. Giving out the year he was born and everything. Man. Are you talking? You are, huh? Who? My sister just texted me and said, you are talking? Huh? Who am I talking? Talking to who? Who? What? What is? I don't need to be watching this. You're lucky you don't have this on right now. Big Show's in literally like a, I don't even know what the hell they're called. Like a Samoan outfit that just does not look good and certainly not PG. Oh. What are we doing here? I really don't remember this. What the hell? Oh my god. Can I just skip this match?
Yeah, fine with me.
She says, fine with me. She says, the faster I can go. So,
No,
hell
it's just like I'd rather, talk wrestling.
yeah. Then sumo.
Yeah.
Huh? What? Oh, gotta see this collision. I feel like this wasn't that long though. If I don't remember it, I feel like it wasn't that long. Why? It's so funny too because they have like all like the WWE 24/7 things now, and like you had to like call in 1-800 and everything like that. And now it's like all you got to do is go on like WWE Twitter and everything, and like the communication that you can have with like even like the like sports athletes too, like how like some of the people like actually do respond and stuff like that. It's like one of those things that like you never know, like where like one of the guys could see like your tweets or whatever.
Well, yeah, and then just as an example too, look what happened with John Morant. He goes on a fucking Instagram live.
So yeah, can you tell me what happened with that? Because I did not see anything, and I was looking at that, and I was meaning to ask you about that. So what
Well,
happened?
I mean, I heard about it this morning after the fact. So apparently, John Morant, guard for the Memphis Grizzlies NBA basketball team, goes on Instagram Live and just, I don't know, he's bullshitting or whatever, and shows a gun that he apparently owns, or I
Huh?
guess, yeah.
Oh my god!
And so the NBA has either suspended him or he was suspended by the Grizzlies. I'm not sure which,
Yeah, because I
but
saw it literally like, and I like right when I messaged you, and I was like, "Hey, are you like in the stream?" I saw like I got like a little sports thing. I don't know why it was because I think it happened a little like it didn't happen like a couple days ago or something like that,
well, there
or
there
last
was
night,
no. It just
was it?
happened. I guess last night was this IG thing, and
Oh,
then
okay, yeah, because
and
I
then
got it right
today,
before. I thought it
yeah,
happened like okay.
and then Woj, I guess, dropped his bomb or whatever,
What did
the
he say?
Woj bomb.
I didn't see. What did he say? I didn't see what he said.
Um, I guess they were like investigating it, but it wasn't investigated. He was already suspended.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah. So, oh, my ex-husband sent me pictures of my son playing basketball.
I was like, is he sending you pictures of us? I was like, what is he?
Playoffs are next week. So, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, for him.
Yeah, for him, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
What position does he play?
Power forward.
Oh, okay. Hey, there you go. That works.
Yeah.
Well, that match is over, guys. Thank God. I don't know what the hell that was. Big Show lost. It's now time for the co-main event. It is now time for my man John Cena, Thugonomics World Life. You can't see me taking on the wrestling god JBL for the WWE champion. As you guys know, this is where the 16-time champion career began and finally took off. So now it's time, guys, to relive John Cena's first big WrestleMania victory here, on the channel. Even though I spoiled it for you guys should know by now. I've said it like a million times. Literally, all I do is talk about John Cena. People are like, you need to shut up. I'm like, okay. Listen, he's my favorite. I'm sorry. And he's coming back on Monday. So they need to, like, get ready for it.
So yeah, I guess after what Ja did,
I
it
don't know.
it's
So sad, too,
borderline
because
throwing your career away. Like, what are
literally,
you
like,
doing?
why do these athletes do that, Gino? Like, these guys have so much money, they do so many great things, and they do these, like Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was that dude that, like, I loved
Yeah,
Antonio Brown, and
yeah.
now he's like he's
He's
just
a
like what are we
nut
doing
job.
here? Yeah, it's just like what are we doing here? We got Chumblebee back in the house. What's up, Chumblebee?
Some
Thanks for
trouble,
coming back,
B.
man. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Go check out Chumblebee. He just put out a new video. Last night he was here till like 10 o'clock. I was helping him. We were having technical problems with, gotta love technology. Having
And
problems
it
uploading
happens.
videos and stuff. That's what I told him. Like, bro, it happens. Listen, people ain't going to be mad at you. It happens. They know, understand. Like, it
Yep.
is what it is. You got it out, though. People see it, We all retweeted it. We all got you, Chumblebee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not this way. I remember being a kid and watching every because I didn't know it was real at the time. Like I thought it was real. I didn't realize it was scripted. And I remember watching some of these and being so sad. Like I would literally cry. Like I would have like mental breakdowns because I thought John Cena was like really gonna, or like when like Cactus. Do you remember like when Mick Foley retired? Like I low key thought Mick Foley was really retired and that he was gone. Like I was just like, what the heck?
I just always thought everybody was like really injured when I was little. I was like, no, what's gonna happen? They're not coming back.
Or I always thought that they lived in the arena. I thought they like stayed it like so because they didn't like people didn't want to know who they really were. I thought they would stay in the arena, sleep there, and then just go to the next one.
Or like when they would go backstage, I'm like, oh no, they're going backstage. What's gonna happen now? Like it meant something serious.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing, like it's just like there's so many things now that I watch now that I'm older, like this type of stuff that I'm just like, oh. And like there's even some things I'm watching with John Cena that I'm just like, I didn't like this. And back then I loved it because I'm like, John Cena's the GOAT. But like there were just some rivalries that weren't that great. And it just like obviously as we get older we understand it more. So and especially like everything I had that happened with me, like I said, because like the cerebral palsy and everything, like my brain is kind of like they even told me they're like you're 2 or 3 years behind everybody, and I'm like, damn. Like, but it kind of makes sense though, because there's like
you don't
things
seem
where
like it. You don't seem behind on anything.
I know when people say it all the time, and they're like, well, and there's definitely like some things where like I like where like if I like something happens, like I remember it. But then, like, I need to go back and, like, watch it because, like, I forget very easily and everything like that. Or, like, there's just, like, some things. But then, like you asked me, like, what the White Sox lineup was in 2006, I could tall you. So, it's, like, it's weird. Like, it's just, like my memory, like, my mom always says, she's like, you have, like, a memory of, like, somebody that, like, I've never seen before. I call it selective memory because I feel like I remember the things I want to remember. But I don't remember what I had for dinner 2 days ago, so... My days go by colors because I'm live so much. I just go like Monday is red because of Raw, blues Friday. I don't even know. Like I thought today was Sunday. My mom texted me. She goes, today's Saturday. I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. Like that's right. Revolution is tomorrow. Got it.
Revolution.
And then
where's it being held? Hollywood?
What, this one or this year?
Yeah. This year.
Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah,
So this is the last one that was in Hollywood. It was
2000.
So, so it should be interesting to see how much different everything is compared to what it is because I think it's going to be held in semi the same type of arena. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I'm very interested to see how like the stage, how like all of it is, because obviously it's been 18 years. I still, like I said, I still remember watching this one like when it was like that day, and it's still like scary. Like I think about it, I'm like, where the hell did it all go? Like, I'm too old now. Like this is stop. Time just no. Shit, we're already in March of 2023.
I know.
What the heck? There's like me. We'll be talking about football before you know it.
I didn't realize how long I've been on. Like I'm usually time's going by fast.
What right now?
Yeah, like I'm usually not even on my own podcast this long.
Oh, so
I-
true.
I've been on a podcast of mine. Maybe 3 hours was the longest.
True.
Yeah. So hey, this is cool.
I mean, like I say, you can go whenever you want. If you don't want to stay, I completely understand. So just let me know. We're almost done here, though. You've almost made it.
I know. No, I'll stay till the end.
So,
The only thing that's bad is my I have a bad back, but I'm gonna
I
stick
feel
it out. I'm sticking it to the
I'm
end.
sorry, Gina. Don't yell at me.
No, it's not you. It's me. It's
I
always
feel
been
you,
me.
though. That's why I'm taking a 30-minute break. I need to get up and stretch. I need to go and get I'm gonna go heat up the rest of my Arby's sandwiches I got.
There
I'm
you go.
I'm gonna because I'm the same way, and especially the chair I have, it's not the greatest. I have a chair that my mom bought me for Christmas, but I really don't want to use it for my podcast because it's so comfortable that I may fall asleep. So I'd rather just use this one. So I'm not trying to use it, but I completely feel.
People turn on the live and go, "Is this guy? Are we live?"
Yeah, I'm like, I might be sleeping.
I have to take this call.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, take. Yeah.
I got you. All right, guys. Gina taking a phone call. We will let Gina back in when she gets back in here. But we're getting ready for JBL versus John Cena. Let's go. Thugonomics. You can't see me. Bro, even the build. Bro. So, Jordan, that is something I did want to mention, bro. The build to these WrestleManias were so good. Bro, rewatching the builds of these WrestleManias is ridiculous to watch these WrestleManias. Like, I'm rewatching the build for WrestleMania 23 right now, bro. And they hyped up the Boogie or WrestleMania 22, the one that we're watching next. I just got done watching it, and they hyped up the Boogeyman and Booker T like it was a main event match. Like, why don't they do that with these matches anymore? Like, I think it would be like I know the matches don't turn out great, but like sometimes the build isn't even as good as the matches are. And at least if the build is good, it makes you want to watch the match. So I completely agree with you. I do miss this Cena also. This is my favorite John Cena. Yes, tomorrow night we will be live here tonight, guys. Tomorrow night for Dynamite, or not Dynamite, for Rampage. Oh, my time is 9 now. You can't see me. My time is 9 now. We'll get Gina back in here whenever she's done with the phone call. Got to take the phone call sometimes, guys. You guys know I've had to take phone calls. Stuff happens. And if you guys remember the big thing about this one too, this match was that John Cena and JBL were not able to hit each other. So for a month, they weren't able to hit each other. And this is the first time that they're able to. I'm dying, guys. Can't see me. My time is not now. Hello.
I'm back.
There we go. It's okay. I've done it a few times. I got a phone call from one of my dad's friends, and he called me, and it scared the hell out of me. I got a phone call like 6 months ago that my dad was in the hospital. I didn't answer it. So ever since then, I'm like, I'm answering the phone call, guys. I don't care what. So I had to, and I was freaking out. So completely understand. It's okay.
Thank you.
Everything is way more important than us just sitting here watching some WrestleMania.
I knew it was going to be a quick call, so
Okay.
yeah. when you know that the person makes it short and sweet, and I'm like, this would be real quick. And if I got off the podcast, then I would have been out for the rest of the night. Like I knew that it was going to be quick, so I'm like, I can just come right back. So,
well,
here I am. No. This has been so fun.
I appreciate you staying for as long as you have. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know. Like I said, I know it gets a while. I'm just so used to it that I'm just like, when I started this, when I was asking people, I was like, you guys could stay as long as you want. You don't have to stay. I appreciate you taking some time because we're all so busy and everything. So
yeah,
and especially with you at last minute, I appreciate you taking some time. I know we kind of waited and everything, but happy to have you on.
Well, yeah. I mean, earlier because I wasn't sure how many games that basketball games were going on today for my brother. So my brother's a coach, basketball coach,
Gotcha,
and
okay.
I thought he was he does like middle school kids and stuff, and I thought he had multiple games today, right?
Gotcha, okay.
And it turns out he only had one. And I said, oh, that worked out perfect. So I was able to do the podcast with you.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to have to watch like 3 or 4 games, and I was going to kind of leave early anyway,
Oh yeah.
But I don't like saying
gotta watch your kid play basketball, Maybe
well, my son wasn't playing today. It wasn't my son.
Oh,
No.
Gotcha.
He's with his dad. But
Gotcha.
but I was trying to support my brother.
You brought my bed, your brother.
Yeah.
But,
She said, call me.
My sister, my little sister. She told me to call her. She doesn't understand why I can't call her and talk to her while I'm like, I'll call you after. I'm like, listen, she's been on a few times. I brought her on like for a few podcasts and everything.
Oh, cool.
And she's so funny, but it's just like she wants to come on the ones when I don't ask her, but then when I do ask her, she doesn't come on. It's like you got to come on one when I ask you, so you come on and like hang out and. Because I got to send them I got to send the link. I got to, and it's just pain in the butt. I'll tell you what though, StreamYard has saved my life. I don't even know how I did this podcast without StreamYard.
Yeah, I love StreamYard.
What do you guys use for that?
I use StreamYard.
Do you guys pay for it or do you guys just use the free one?
I paid for it, but I didn't pay for it myself. I have had someone donate it the first year to me.
Donate to the Gina Fund. There you go.
Sometimes it helps being a female, I guess. I don't know.
You got to take what you can, right? That's what you were given. You got to work what you got, right?
Someone donated me this mic. Someone donated me this laptop.
Gina, you're just like, hey, Gina's just slaying out there.
Someone donated this desk.
Gina don't got to pay for nothing.
I mean,
what's up, Gina? What do you got? You got the magic that we don't know about? What's up?
No, they're just people that are nice out there.
And it's so hard to find people out there now that are nice. Everybody's so mean and out there for themselves. It's just like, don't gotta help each other out. It's the only way we can get anywhere.
It's true. And I have to pay it forward now. I want to pay it forward now.
Yeah, and you got to because so my fantasy football league this year, we did because of obviously everything that happened with the last game of the season, the Monday night game with the Damar Hamlin and everything.
Oh, right.
So that was the championship for fantasy football. So I was facing my cousin in the championship, and I had Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and he had a few players, and then the guy that was facing for third place had Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, and the guy he was facing had T. Higgins and somebody else. So it was like we just had a lot of players that were playing.
Wow.
And so what we did is we waited till obviously everything was okay with Damar, and he ended up getting okay and got cleared. So I was like, guys, we could either play week 18 where everybody's out. We saw what happened week 18. This guy was out. Patrick didn't play. Dak didn't play. McCaffrey didn't play. Nobody played. So I was like, we could either do that or we could take whatever the projections were. The winners are whoever they are. And we take some of the money and we donate it to his toy drive. So that's what we ended up doing. So we took the projections. I ended up winning. So I won. I feel like I won, yay, but like I feel like I didn't win because it's like I won, but it's kind of like so I donated 100 of my winnings, and then I donated a little bit more money, and then I gave them their winnings. That
Yeah.
following Tuesday, like I was telling you, I had been hanging out with my grandma or taking care of my grandma and everything, and kind of been telling people. I get a check from my aunt. Apparently, I had family in Colorado, and she sends me a check for $1,500. And I'm like, there it is, paid it forward. I donated, and
Wow.
5 days later, I get a check, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, it's
Wow.
paying it forward at its finest.
Hell yeah.
So it was like, you know what I mean? And it was like, you do
Oh
something
my
good because something
gosh.
good happens to you. So it was
It's
just
so
one of those
true.
things that it just like, you know, and once I was just, and I've always believed in karma. I always watched the show.
Yeah.
You ever watch the show back in the day? My Name is Earl with Jason Lee and stuff.
I've seen parts of it.
So I watched that show growing up, and it was always that thing. Like he made a list, and I would be like karma it's true. It's
Yeah, there's good karma. I believe in the good karma. There's
karma,
bad
bad
karma.
karma,
There's
yeah.
good karma too. Yeah.
So, but once that happened, I told my mom, like, Mom, look, because she asked me, she's like, why did you donate? Like when I did it, I was like, well, we did it for the fantasy league. And then when they happened, I told Mom, like, Mom, see what happens? Like you do something good, and you just don't know. You just got to always be good out there and help each other because you never know. And that's why you never know who's listening. Like me and you could be talking right now and somebody famous is listening. We have no idea. Maybe me and you going to the big time. Let's go. Take it over, Gina.
Let's go. Let's take over this world.
Let's go. You take over the football, baseball, and or basketball and everything, and I'll do the wrestling.
There we go.
Let's go.
And hey, you know, maybe you'll get discovered on TMZ.
There we go. Hey, that would work. That would
Don't
be
forget
so
the little people.
I don't. There's still people that have been coming to my stream that when I first started, so I didn't have the fancy background and everything that I do now. So I was using just the YouTube. So I would have to put my screen down like right here, and I would have be right back. Compared to what I have now, where I got the music and everything like that. And there's people that's been there since there. Like I ain't gonna ever forget you guys. I remember we were sitting here. I remember when I first started, I think I did like a month of Raws, and I think the most views I got was like 50. But I was like, you know, I'm just gonna keep doing it. So it wasn't very many when I first started, and obviously it's gained a lot more in the last year because I've got known a lot more. Like people call me Mr. No Days Off and all these names that I didn't even come up with because I'm so consistent every day that it's just like, you know, and it's just one of those things where it's just, you know. So I always try to help people because it's just one of those things and it's just I kind of lost where I was going with that. I think I just started rambling.
We were talking about paying it forward and don't forget the little people.
Yeah, don't forget that we got the little people. Don't forget the little people.
Yeah. No, I mean, I hear you. I mean, you gotta take in every opportunity and make it
that's
great.
The other thing. I say yes to everything. You gotta say yes. If you want me to be on your show, yes. You want me to come on, let's go. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. It's like, you know.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. No, that'd be great. Be cool to get you on ours too.
And once baseball starts, I do know some basketball. I don't. It's not. I won't. Like I said, I won't lie. I don't know a lot, but I do know some basketball. But baseball, you want me to come on? I'll go at it with 40. Bring me on for after the weekend of the Sox and 49ers or 49ers. The White Sox and the Giants.
Yeah.
You said 49ers.
I knew what you meant, though.
I was looking behind you. I'm like, wait, not the 49ers.
Like,
it's baseball.
I'll do that the right way.
I'll do that. There you go. You should do that. Like football season, turn it that way, and then.
My friend said, "Why is your shit crooked?" I'm like, "Because I don't have any tape or command strips or whatever the fuck I need." Like nothing's right now.
He said, Jordan says, I had a green screen with a nice house that I don't live in. You know what? Listen, I don't live in a nice house. No, listen, Jordan. I live in a decent house. I got a nice house. Listen, I got a piano and a couch.
Oh, the Steinway piano.
Yeah, the one in StreamYard that is like the default one that they give you. I used it before I figured out I could just upload photos. And
my friend uses that. My co-host, he uses that. One of them.
I did it one time when I started it, and I was like, "Mom, I'm like, welcome everybody to Tino's Time. Hey, Ma, look, I made it." I was like, And then I turned off the background. I was like, nope, I'm still here, guys.
Oh man,
Oh, that's so
that's
funny.
so funny.
Gotta love it. But it's cool
Yeah.
to see that because then you see how far you've like come and everything like that. Like I'm sure you guys have already like seen like how far because like I went back and I watched like because I always like to go and watch everybody's. Like I'm sure
Mhm.
there's people that may follow me that probably have never watched one of my shows. But I like to go and try to watch everybody like a little bit of everybody's and I mean I'm sure you guys have had the same thing where like you guys have gotten a lot more, especially
Oh,
since you joined the retweet group. I feel like everybody in
yeah.
there as soon as you joined. I've never seen so many people talk in my life. All it was tweets, and then all of a sudden everybody's
Really?
talking and yeah, nobody used to talk in there. I'm like, what is going on, guys?
Oh
I
my
would
god.
ask a question and nobody would answer. I was like, what are we doing? Gina comes in and all these new people and they're all talking and chat. It's better that way though because then we all
Yeah.
I want to actually know these people. I don't want to just like send a link to people and then
Yeah.
not know who they are. And guys, 18 years ago, man, John Cena became your WWE champion. And we all know where it went from there. 16-time world champion, multiple time US. He has not won the IC title, Money in the Bank winner, Royal Rumble winner. He's done it all. He will be back here Monday, guys. Monday Night Raw. The leader of the Chain Gang, the leader of the C Nation is returning to WWE. And hopefully we see him compete at WrestleMania 39. Can't believe that literally 18 years later that this like it's so funny too because some of these people like Rey Mysterio are still wrestling. It's like and some like Edge hasn't changed at all. Like I hope I age as good as them because I'm like
Yeah.
so. We're
Wow.
now Gina, guess what? It's main event time.
Woo!
We've got to the end. Guys, it is the last match here on the WrestleMania 21 watch along, as it is the game Triple H taking on the Animal Batista for the World Heavyweight Champion. As you guys know, this is when Batista was with Evolution, and Batista won the Royal Rumble. He obviously had the confrontation with John Cena. Vince McMahon tore his Achilles and his triceps or whatever the hell he did, and then we saw Triple H and Batista. So now let's relive the main event and let's watch it before we start a new stream and come back and watch another WrestleMania. Everybody, I can't believe how many double headers I do in my I think about it. I'm like I don't even know how I do this. I feel like I run on like adrenaline half the time.
You're like a machine.
Literally, I feel like it because like I do these things sometimes and I'm like I feel like I've done it so much that it's just like so natural that like when I post something I know I have to I start on TikTok and I end with Twitter and it's like weird, like I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
yes, the ruthless aggression era, yes, big facts. This was the best shit. This was the best era in everything. There was nothing better than this, at least to me. Like I said, I haven't watched any of the 80s or 90s. I don't want to say nothing until I go back and watch more of that.
Yeah.
But from the things I've heard from a lot of people, it was good. I know people that will literally only watch like the 80s wrestling. Like they won't watch anything else. Like you ask them, they won't know anything. But you ask them about the 80s, they know everything. Like, well, oh, there's the Iron Sheik. Oh, he got inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
Paul Orndorff. What about Jimmy Hart? You remember Jimmy Hart?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Oh, okay. So this was the year. That's why he did that. Okay, Rowdy was the main person for the Hall of Fame this year because that's what they're doing. I forgot that they do the like they show the Hall of Fame and then they go into like they bring everybody out to let them give their little wave and then they all walk out before the main event.
Oh, okay.
When was the last time you said you went to a wrestling show?
Yeah, it was, I believe, like 2014,
Oh, was it 14? You said
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just went to I took my little cousin to Hell in the Cell last year. It was in Chicago. We stayed the whole weekend and I actually did a live stream from my hotel room.
Ooh.
and everything. But it's so different. Like going to, I want to go to a WrestleMania, but I feel like it would be so long that it would just like be like it's just like so tiring.
Yeah, it's like you're in an island or something,
Yeah,
and you're like, you can't like leave for a little bit, go to your hotel room,
yeah.
and then come back, and just kind of like, guess it's like being at Woodstock or something.
Shit, I mean, you don't even have to go to the movies anymore. The movies come out on the streaming services within
Right.
like 2 months. The movie theaters are useless now.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
I went to go see the new Buzz Lightyear, and I went to go see the Minions. Yes, I'm a child. I will watch
No,
cartoons
I
until I'm 50.
I would.
I don't care.
Hey, I love those. I would
I
watch
mean,
them. I haven't yet, but I will.
I mean, I love them. I've watched Toy Story a bunch of times. I don't even care. It was
Fucking
so
love Toy Story.
I saw them 2 weeks in a row in the theaters. Within 2 months, they were both on Peacock. I'm like, I literally wasted money and went to the theaters just to go. I could have waited a month or two and watched it at home. Like,
No,
I'm
I
just like
watched Space
I
Jam
like
in the movies.
which
The
the one with
LeBron one. My son
LeBron
wanted to go to the movies, even though it was playing on the
on
stream.
HBO Max.
Yes.
That's what I did. I just woke up and watched it on HBO Max. I texted my cousin. I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your HBO Max?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Let's go." It's like that works. It's like didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah, and then we watched it the next day on HBO Max because he goes, "I want to watch it
Oh
again."
my god!
So I go,
Oh,
I just spent $60 or $70 at the
you
fucking movie
spent
theater.
60 to huh?
Well, I had to
You
buy him
spent
pizza,
60 to, oh, you're mom of the year.
popcorn,
MVP.
because I have to eat a large popcorn to my head.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just for
yeah. I feel
me.
you. I feel you on that. That's yeah.
Plus a diet
MVP though.
soda.
Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Diet Coke. Well, whatever they have.
Oh,
I can't be too picky. I
it's
mean,
so funny.
sometimes they're like, we only have Diet Pepsi products. Fine.
That's exactly. It's
Beggars
so
can't
funny.
be choosers.
No, I had to give up pop. I was a big pop fan for a long time, and then I would get zits everywhere. And I actually went through a period of time I lost like 60, 70 pounds. I got like really big there. So I stopped drinking pop, and every time I have one little sip of pop now, I can't even have a Sprite without getting a zit. It's awful.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
the whole so I drink these like giant bottle waters. I don't know if you ever seen them on my streams. But this is all I drink, and it's like Sprite water. It's like the
Uh-huh.
flavored, but that's all I can drink. I need any type of pop just makes me break out. It's awful.
Dang.
It sucks. But
Yeah,
I want to say, Gina, this stream so far has been the best one out of the retro series. So I got to say thank you to you for bringing all the audience.
you're welcome.
I found a thing on there so it shows me how many people I have like throughout the show, and this is the best one so far. So thank you.
Cool. You're welcome.
MVP. Speaking of Cowboy Bob Orton, he goes in the Hall of Fame this year.
Who?
Never been to a WrestleMania. Cowboy Bob Orton. He was a part of the Randy
Bob
Orton match
Orton.
earlier.
Yes. Oops. Sorry. Oops.
Oops, hey, that's okay. Oh, we got Jimmy Hart, Jimmy and Fly. It's so crazy to think like all these guys, like some of these guys, like from watching this, like Jimmy Hart, I feel like has not aged at all. He still looks the same. He
Yeah.
might be a little older, but like he still looks like I hope I'm in that great of shape when I'm that old.
Yeah.
Shit, Billy Gunn. Have you seen like what Billy Gunn looks like now, like on AEW and everything?
Mm-mm.
No, he looks like he's like not even aged at all since he was part of DX back in the day.
Oh God.
Rowdy. Oh, so was it Rowdy? I thought was it Rowdy or see, that's the
Rowdy.
thing, I don't even
Roddy Piper.
Rowdy Piper.
Yeah, because he's rowdy.
It's so funny how they just took that and turned it into Rowdy Ronda Rousey. I'm just like, go away. Get away. That's what it was. Okay, so Hulk Hogan was the main one of this one. Okay. I thought it was Rowdy, but I guess Hulk was. See, like that's the thing. Like even like the Hall of Fame class was stacked then.
Yeah.
Like Hulk Hogan, Rowdy Piper, Jimmy Hart. Like what? Like once they put like Randy Orton and stuff in the Hall of Fame and John Cena, I'm gonna start crying.
No.
I'm gonna be like, I'm old, officially done. I need to stop. His, it's their fan. His. Do you ever watch that Hulk Hogan reality show that was on? Was it Hogan Knows Best?
I don't think I did, but I know what you're talking about though. But I didn't see it. My mom used to
Yes.
watch it.
Yes, I know that's how Rhonda got the name Jordan. Yes, I know. I was just saying, like, it's funny how that happened. Like, that's what they took it from. Because when Rhonda first came out, I was like, I thought it was Rowdy. I was like, wait a minute. And then she came out. I was like, oh god. I was just like, people don't understand. I do a lot of watch along, so I can't give my opinion on a lot of things because I'm sitting here trying to watch the show. So when I do some of my shows and I'm actually like talking and I give my opinion, I think some people are shocked because they're like, wait, but you know what I mean? Because like when I'm watching some of the shows, I'm trying to focus and I gotta tweet, I gotta do this, there's a lot of things think people do besides that we have to do besides just press record. And it's just like I'm trying to do all these things and I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. I need like a team. I'll find like a team. Man,
Yeah, like a social media team.
yeah. I just gotta hire one. Problem is, I got no money to pay him.
Just an intern. Interns work for free.
Oh, you're right. That's right. I'm just gonna start. Anybody want to be Tino's intern? Applications go out tonight after WrestleMania 22. We got less than 30. Was it? We got 35 minutes left, guys. I think. Yeah, I think I did that right. We're at 3:06, and it ends at 3:45. So what is that? Did I do that wrong? Can I not count? Well, oh yeah, I'll say like 30 minutes because they do that little video package at the end where they re-highlight everything. So there's probably like 30 minutes left. And then, guys, like I said, probably starting WrestleMania 22 at like 10 o'clock. So it's going to be a late one here on Tino's time, guys, but that's okay. I'll be here. I'm going to go drink a Red Bull.
I just had one last night.
I used to drink the green monsters all the time. I would always walk up to like 7-Eleven with my friends and get like a monster and get like some like snacks and everything. My mom would my parents lived so close to like the gas stations. And then I forgot I had like a bad experience when I think I drank too many and my heart was racing and I can't ever do it again. It like scared me.
Yeah.
Do you do you smoke and stuff like that?
Smoke weed?
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
I used to smoke all the time, but now I don't know. I'm around my son too much, so I'd rather not. But if I wasn't around him a lot, I might.
Yeah.
I keep some on me just in case. Just in case.
Emergency.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Emergency. Yep.
Yeah. Like break glass if emergency.
Yes. I feel like it's like a bad name and people like hated it and like a lot of people, but I think there's a lot more benefits that it has that people don't understand. Like I have my medical card, that's how I have it. Like I have like my medical marijuana card and everything. So there's a lot of things like I've learned that I'm just like, it doesn't just you're not just getting high and like sleeping. Like I get high and I get so much stuff done. I'm like, I feel like I'm more creative too. Like I do my thumbnails when I'm high sometimes because I'm like I think about things that I wouldn't think about.
Yeah.
And then I try to think about it the next day and I'm like, how did I even think about that? I would not have thought about that. And I'm like, damn, that turned out really good. Like these thumbnails that I made for this, like I had to make like 18 of these. They were so hard to find every superstar that from like because I had to go from every year. So I had to look up like Triple H from 2005, Triple H from 2006, Triple H from 2000. So it was like I was trying to find a different Triple H for every year. So it was just like, oh my god. That's why I wish there was like a thing that they would like give you. Like they need to like find like websites. Like it should be like thumbnail.com. You write in a name, you find all the thumbnails. Because Google
Yeah.
don't have all of them. Google's useless sometimes. I hate
Yeah.
Google.
Shit.
Oh, Triple H getting played out. I hate when this happens too. Thank God we're using the microphones. When one of the music, the theme song played for one of the pay-per-views, and I got copywritten because they heard it over the audio. I was like, you suck. It's like,
Oh
damn
no.
it took a whole night just to replace 10 seconds of a video that they had the song on. I was like, how does this even happen?
That sucks.
Motorhead. Yes, Motorhead. Who's your favorite like artist? Like, do you have like a favorite like artist you listen to?
I still listen to the old stuff, like just old music, you know? Can't go wrong with the classics.
Classics.
Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince.
I mean, those were all the greats.
You know, but I also like hip hop artists and, you know, the old school ones. But I like every kind of music. I mean, if with the exception of country, however, the only kind of country I do like. So there was this movie that I kind of grew up watching, Urban Cowboy with John Travolta, and I like, yeah, and I like all those songs in that movie. That's the only country I can tolerate.
So the only country.
Yeah.
I loved country for a long time, and then my friend ruined it for me. Said all it is guys drinking, talking about girls, and being depressed. And I was like, "You're absolutely right." I was like, "You suck. Can't listen to any more country." I listen to like Eminem and MGK, and like I need to listen to like songs that are gonna like hype me up and get me like motivated to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't listen to like songs that are depressing.
I listen to a lot of depressing, like love songs, like R&B songs. I know a lot of people like hate that, but
hey, it's okay. I mean, you like
or like
what you
Temptations, you know, Motown. I love Motown. My mom, I used to listen to it, and I grew up on that.
Have you ever been to like any like concerts, like any like big like concerts or any like
concerts?
Have you?
Yeah.
I've only been to one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I feel lame that I say that. Everybody's like, you need to go to more. I'm like, I know. But I want to go to ones that I actually know the songs of. Like, I want to go and be able to sing the songs and not go to like I went to Maroon 5 and I like Maroon 5, but like I knew like one song.
Oh, okay.
So it's and I was like 12 at the time. So like I wanted to go like an MGK or one like those or like, you know, something like that where like I could actually like, and there's probably people that like the same music as I do that like, you know.
Yeah.
And also not go with my mom.
Yeah, I hear you. I think the first concert I ever went to was New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block. My little sister's like that. She loves all like the New Kids on the Block, like Blink-182, Green Day, like all of those. Like I love Green Day and Blink-182 and stuff. I told her, I was like, you're not allowed to listen to any like the new songs. You got to listen to like all this old stuff, and she loves it. Like she has like a tape or a record player and everything, like with all of like the Beatles and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So.
And then I've seen Madonna 3 times. I saw Prince once before he died.
That's cool.
And yeah, I never saw Michael Jackson. I wish I could have. But yeah,
what's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
I think if I had to like all time, my favorite song is probably Billie Jean. But for like dancing wise, it's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
I'm trying to think. I had a friend that listened to Michael Jackson all the time, and what is like a lyric from that song?
Oh, it's the one like touch me in the feeling.
Yeah. I won't make you sing.
Every time I try to sing, my son says, "Shut up, you can't sing."
That's how I sing. Like I'll start singing some of the theme songs, and my mom's like, "Shut the hell up! Nobody in my family can sing." My stepdad always tries to sing, and me and my mom are like, "We're gonna sign you up for American Idol or The Voice, and you're just gonna go because he'll be walking around, he'll be singing, and we're like, what are you doing?" And he's just singing, and we're like, "Well, if you want to sing, Let's give you a mic and go in front of the judges. Let's see what you got. I'll hype them up. Let's go. You know? I'm like, hey now.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh my god, you gotta love it.
I was just at it was the last concert I went to was called Mount Westmore, which was four people: Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, E40, and Too Short.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So Bay Area meets LA.
That
Legends.
works.
The Legends, yeah.
The Legends.
Yeah. So it was fire. It was a fire ass concert. And it was in Oakland. I loved it. I had a blast. There was weed smoking happening. Lots of it.
I mean, you ever get like a secondhand high? Like where like just there's so much weed that it just like the first time I ever got one of those, my friends were hotboxing. I didn't like smoking at the time because I always thought it wouldn't help me. And now I don't know why I didn't, because like it's helped, like especially like with my cerebral palsy, like it loosens up my muscles so much. Like I'm able to like use my left hand more than I've ever been able to in my life. So it's like stuff like that. So it's like I think about it, I'm like, damn, like if I wish I would have been doing it. But yeah, they would get me high and I'm sitting there and I'm like, no, there was one time I remember I got so high that I sat there on my friend's table, like on like a chair at his table. And I just ate a whole bag of Doritos. I was in space and I was just like, this is the best day of my life. And the Doritos were like the best food that ever existed. I don't know why. It was just like the best thing that I've ever had in my life.
That's cool.
I was just boy, yeah. I try not to talk about it too much because I'm not going to be like one of those. But I mean, like if people ask everything, it's like I try to say it because people like they're like, well, you just get high and you're this, and it's just like, well, no, like there's so many different strains and different things that like, especially like with the dispensary I go to because it's medical. They have some like they know if it's putting you to sleep, if it's going to make you happy, if it's going to give you energy, if it's going to like there's literally weed I could get to give me energy and to make me stay up or go to bed. Like it's crazy that there's like things out there that like, and it's way better than taking some medicine because I've had a lot of friends that have sadly like died from overdosing and everything, and people that I know because stuff like that, and it's just like it's awful that
Yeah.
Going depressing side here. We're just doing it all here on the episode, guys. Sad, depressing, good.
We give it all to you.
Yeah. And we still have another one, so don't you worry. Funny yourself. Hey, it's okay though. Hey, you're making the time go by faster. I feel like I would have been like sitting there like 2 hours and half asleep by now. So I appreciate you staying the whole time. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's been fun. It's been heck of fun.
Don't tell everybody I'm boring.
I would never. In fact,
my little sister texts me. She's like, "You're boring."
Nah.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell everybody you better subscribe to Tino's Time.
Appreciate you. Thank you. On the road to 1K now. Only 200 away now. I don't even know how that guy did it. Can't even believe I have that many people. I was just like, wow. Appreciate
I'm trying to
get
to 250 subscribers.
There we go. We on the road to 250. Let's go. You'll get there. Once it starts going, it will start flowing and you'll start. That's what happened with me. It was like, I think it was like WrestleMania last year. I went live and I started going live. And I don't know what it was. Like once SummerSlam happened, like a few months later, it was like one pay-per-view I did that everybody like found me. And then all of a sudden I was known as the live stream guy.
Oh, cool.
All it takes is that one thing, and you got this. Yes, Jadis, we still live, bro. We always live here on Tino's Time, bro. It's a double header too, bro. We'll be live back here at 10:30 after this match is over. We're gonna have another guest. We might even have 3 guests because his child, his son, might come on the stream. He might take his phone, so he texts me. He's like, bro, just so you know, Noah might be around. So if he takes my phone, I'm sorry. I'm like, that's fine. I mean, I'm like, Noah might be entertaining. You gotta have some type of entertainment,
That's right.
Especially for these shows. Like hopefully the people that are joining me for the 33, we got a lot to talk about. I think they I think the two people I'm actually having on that one went to the show. So that would be cool to listen to some stories that were actually at the show.
That'd be cool.
Because like I said, I've never been to a WrestleMania. That's my one bucket list thing. The first year they announced that it's going to Chicago or anywhere close again, I'm saving, getting tickets, doing the whole week and everything. Because I feel like it's the only way to do it.
You have to. You have to do it.
How am I showing off? I ain't showing off nothing. I'm not showing off nothing, Jadis. What's wrong, Jadis? Are you okay, bro? Jadis is the Eagles fan I was telling you about earlier.
Oh, boo!
Yeah. Jadis, go subscribe.
Niners.
Funny as hell. I think the Eagles will be fine, though. They'll be right back next year. Unless they lose somebody. He said, shush. He's like, Chad. Okay, now let's not start fighting here, Jadis. Gina might whoop your ass. Gina might whoop. You don't want to mess with her. I feel like Gina will whoop your ass. She might be. You might be more scared of her than the boogeyman.
You whooped us. You whooped a team that had
no quarterback with an arm.
4 beaten down quarterbacks.
Okay. What was it? The
with Christian McCaffrey doing toss outs.
This man literally, like the fact that he could not throw the ball is so sad. Like
he's gonna have a Tommy John surgery, and he was literally out there like this.
And it's sad because I listened to an interview. I think it was Kittle. He said that the game was over after the half. They knew that he couldn't throw the ball.
Right.
And it just
it was over. It was over.
They have a quarterback. They probably win. Shit, look at what he did versus Seattle in the wild card round. He went out there and made Seattle look like a bunch of children.
You know what hurt? Jimmy G smiling on the sidelines.
Oh my God. He was just like, I love life.
Motherfucker. Our own guy. Like, I'm sure he could have played. I'm sure.
I'm sure. How many times do you think that man probably could have played? He's got what? He's got 2-3 Super Bowl rings by sitting behind Tom Brady. Come on now. He was like, I'm gonna get one through behind Brock Purdy next. Let's be real. That's what Jimmy G is known for. Like Jimmy G has really done nothing.
Active quarterbacks. He's the only one with more rings than anybody in the league.
It's so sad. And how many of those has he played in?
Zero.
Nada.
Zero.
I mean, that's fine. You got a bunch of Super Bowl rings. You could say you were on the team. That's great and all. But I'd rather be Tom Brady saying, "Hey, I got a movie made of me, and I'm doing this and that." Speaking of that, I want to watch that movie. I forgot about that. That's right. That's another thing. I watch too many movies too. I want to watch that new one with Batista. Did you see that? The something in the woods or something like that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I guess it just came out on it. I think it came out a couple weeks ago or something like that. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be good.
Oh. I need to watch.
Yes, did you see Megan?
I want to see Megan.
I watched it. It's one of the. It's good. It is, but it's like, I don't know. It's not like Chucky. I'll say that. It's definitely not like Chucky. They said the creators of Chucky. They said it's not like Chucky. It kind of is, but Chucky's different. I went back and rewatched every Chucky.
Yeah,
I've seen all the series, and it's nothing like Chucky's a savage.
You know what movie I like, and I heard they're making a part 2. Now, this is the kind of scary I liked also, not just slasher. Orphan.
Oh, I watched the first one.
Did you watch? Or now they said they're making a part 2. I don't know if it came. I don't even think it came out. But Orphan. Now that movie was good. Did you see that?
I feel like I have, but I feel like it's one of those that I've seen that I didn't realize it was Orphan, that if I watched it now, I would be like, oh, like it's one of those I need to watch again. Like
Yeah.
I went through a dark period in my life for like 3 years, like dead ass. Like I went through a 3-year period in my life that I literally don't remember anything. Like I had to go back and rewatch the WrestleMania from one of the years because I did not remember anything. So I probably watched it around that period of time and just don't remember it. So is it one of those like the chill like the girl and stuff like that, right? Like
It's
the like
a
creepy
girl.
little girl.
She looks like a young
Like
girl, but
Annabelle, right? Kinda.
it
Or no, it's Annabelle.
it's
Annabelle's the
not
other
it's not
dad.
an Annabelle, but it's its own story. It stands on its own. Like she's 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 a killer,
She's
but
obviously an orphan.
she's an orphan. But there's something about her. She gets adopted by a family, and there's
Okay.
something more to the story.
Okay, well, I'll have to watch it and
Yeah,
then
of
message
why
you.
she's an orphan, and it's
We'll have to talk
crazy.
about it. There we
Yeah.
go. Tino and Gina talk movies. Let's go.
Okay.
We'll just start creating other shows with each other.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's good because it's like this little bitch. Like she's fucking evil.
Oh, God. And I
it's
like
scary.
ones like those too because it's like she's so evil that it's like, what is she gonna do next? Like I just
Yeah.
want to see her terrorize people. Like Chucky. That's
Evil
what I've gotten
Dead
with Chucky. Like
2.
I just want to see Chucky beat the crap out of people. Yeah, have you seen Evil Dead?
Evil Dead 2 is a classic.
Why not the first one? The first one
I don't
just
know. I
wasn't
don't
so good.
remember the first one as much as the second one. Second one, I don't know, it's just good.
Gotcha.
I don't know why. Maybe I need to see Evil Dead the first one again. But for some reason, Evil Dead 2 is the one.
Is the one.
The one.
Like we the ones?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh. I hate when I like prepare so much for a show and then it's like the show's over and then you got to do the other one and it's like you work so hard on like one and then you got to like it's just like
and then
it's just like it's in the archive. It's in the archives now.
Yeah.
Oh. There's sometimes I look back and I'm like, what did I do? Like, why did I think that was a good idea? Or like, how did I not know that was a good idea? Just like, okay then. 3 more text messages. Why is everybody texting me? Huh? Oh my god. The gas station literally right like not even a block away from me was robbed today by a 62-year-old man at gunpoint. Can't leave the house. Gotta love it.
Damn.
Is that oh my god. My mom's moving to Wisconsin in the summer and she's trying to bring me and I'm like, listen, Mom, like if I'm moving anywhere, I'm moving like somewhere warm. Like I'm not moving from cold to cold.
Yeah.
Like I want to move like San Francisco, Arizona. I got a friend that lives in Arizona. I got some family that lives in Florida. Like I'm trying to go somewhere warm. I want like not like I love you, but like I'm not trying to go in cold.
Yeah. You gotta go where it's warm.
Yeah. I said I keep trying to say BP and it keeps saying no problem. Oops. Is it no problem? Yes. Is it no problem? No. Is it BP? I'm getting.
They don't have BPs out here anymore. They turned into something else. They changed them to God. What they change them to? I think they went back to being chevrons. But yeah, we used to have BP out here, and then they changed them.
So what are they now?
I think Chevron.
Chevron. Like the names that they come up with, like these, like what was the one that? Oh, there was one over by my house when I was growing up, and it was like some like weird ass name that like it was the only one that was around, and it was just like out of like all like we had Speedways, we have 7-Elevens, we have like Circle K's, we got all these, and I forgot what the name of it was. It's gonna come back to me during the stream. I'll be like, Corey, I'm like, bro, that's what it was. So I just like, I can't remember. Yeah, it was like one of those like gas stations that like everybody was like, "Oh, White Hen." That's what it was.
White Hen. Oh my God. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, it was White Hen. It was like they had like a gas station, and then it was like a 7-Eleven like connected to it, so it was like 2 in 1, kind
Yeah.
of. But yeah, it was like the one like everybody would go to, and like I remember my cousin would be like, they just have like good pizza there. Like, don't go to like a 7-Eleven, go to like White Hen. I was like, okay. I was like, sure. By the champion, Triple H and Batista. Oh. You ever watch any of these like older shows too, and like think about like the people in the audience and think like they're like 20 years older? Like I think about these kids. I think about these kids now, and I'm like, damn, like I wonder what these kids are doing. Like they're like there's 10-year-olds like screaming like "F you" in 2006. Like what? Like that probably makes sense why I'm saying "F you" in 2000. Like
Where are they now?
yeah, exactly. Where are they now?
That's funny.
Exactly. I always like doing that with like the reality shows. People, I always look it up. Like with Rachel, I always looked. I was like, "Where's Rachel and Brendan at? Like, what are they doing? Like, how many more kids they got?" I'm always curious. Maybe I'm just nosy, but like, I mean, shit. Like, we find they find these people that you like you remember, and it's just so crazy because like if they were never on the show, you would really never know who they are.
Yeah.
All it takes is going on a reality show. Shit, Johnny Bananas is known for being a banana on the challenge for. That's all he's known for.
Oh, my mom and my brother are obsessed with the challenge. They watch all those, the challenge.
All of them. As soon as Paramount came out, I rewatched every season because I didn't watch it when I was like every season. I rewatched every season of Big Brother. I rewatched every season of Survivor. Anyway, yeah, that's all I did for like a 3-month span is watch all the reality shows.
So they have Big Brother on Paramount from season 1 to current?
They got Big Brother season 1. They got Survivor season 1. They got the challenge. They have the challenge, but they don't have every season. So, but yeah, they do have a lot of the seasons and everything. Because that's how I rewatched them because they first came out with it, and I rewatched a few, like a bunch of years ago on YouTube. I found every episode on YouTube. But then obviously it's so much easier now on Paramount because it's like Netflix. You press play and then they just go through every episode.
Yeah.
They even added a few seasons on Netflix, I guess. I guess Big Brother got accepted to go on Netflix, and I guess they added a few seasons.
Oh, okay.
Do you watch that show You on Netflix with
No.
Joe? No.
Mm-mm.
That's one of those. It's about like this like stalker guy, and he like finds like a new girl every year that he stalks them, but then he's like in a relationship with them, and he's like really weird.
What?
But then it's like one of those like it's one of those shows like you're like what, but you want to know more. You're like I need to know. Like I want to know what this guy is doing. He's so weird, but it's just so good. I forgot who found it. Like one of my friends found it. I think it was my friend's girlfriend, and we all sat there and watched like 5 episodes in a row, and we all watched it within like 2 days. We're like, well, we're addicted. And now that's all it is, though. I feel like all these shows, everybody just adds them to Netflix, and everybody just goes like everybody's gonna be on Netflix soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Never seen wrestlers get caught into turning buckle anymore. Yeah. What about Scream? What about Scream? Do you like the Scream series?
Love Scream.
Scream. Are you gonna go see Scream 6 March 13th? James wants to know.
I would love to go see it. I need my popcorn.
Large popcorn. Every time I'm gonna go to the theaters now, I'm just gonna think about you getting a large popcorn.
One time my son was like, "Hey, are you gonna share?" And I was like, "You said you didn't want a popcorn." He goes, "Because I thought we were sharing." And I go, "I would have just gotten you your own popcorn." I'm like, he goes, "You're gonna eat all that?" And I go, "Yeah." Because before I used to give him the kid size, and now that he's like looks like a grown man compared to me, I'm like, "Oh, so we got to share this now?" I'm like, "I can seriously eat the whole thing." And he's like, "I've never seen you eat that much." And I'm like, "Because it's popcorn." It's different. It's not food.
Oh, facts. Oh my! I just did that with my grandma. I literally just went and got Arby's. I was like, "Do you want anything?" She goes, "No." I come home. She asked me for free fries. I'm like, "I just asked you." I was like, "I could have got you a fry." She's like, "I wasn't hungry." I was like, "What the heck? Come on."
Now you know. Next time, just get the fries and then here. You want a
That's what
few?
my mom does. My mom does that though, where she does. She's like, "Well, you want anything?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I want a popcorn." She's like, "Well, you get the free popcorns," and then she just gets a large one. And then she just keeps filling up the little bags of popcorn. I'm just like, "You're funny."
Oh,
I'll tell
shit.
you what. I went to go see a movie in school. I don't know if they do this now. Has your son ever had to go on like a field trip for like the movie theater or anything like that?
He only did it when he went to like camp, like during the summer when I sent him to like camp.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh my God. I remember my parents sent me to camp. They sent me and my sister when we were like 15 and 16. It was so embarrassing. I was like, I can't hang out with you guys. I'm going to camp. But the movies, we went on a field trip. They would not allow us to get popcorn, anything to drink, any candy. They were like, you have to go in there and just watch them. I'm like, you're not going to let any of us get popcorn. My mom
What?
literally went out there and bought a big box of popcorn and like a big like popcorn and shared it with all of us. She was like a parent, like assistant, whatever. The like when
Yeah,
you sign up and you go. She literally
yeah.
went and bought a large popcorn for all of us because they wouldn't. I was like, how do
Wow,
you not allow people to get popcorn?
that's
It's just
crazy.
like what? Like that's the whole point of going to the movies is getting. But I could
Yeah.
go watch the movie at home and get yelled at
Oh
by a
my
person.
god.
Teachers yelling at. I'm trying to watch a movie. Power bomb by Batista. Triple H is a bloody mess. Kind of forgot we were watching WrestleMania. That's okay. I've seen this match so many goddamn times, though. I think it's kind of gross.
Hey, let me
See,
ask you a question. Did they put a Royal Rumble in WrestleMania, right?
they've put like battle royals, but not like a
Oh,
WrestleMania.
Battle Royal. Battle
They,
Royal. That's okay.
so they put like the Andre the Giant battle royal in there for like
Yeah,
that they've done, and they've had other types of battle royals, but the Royal Rumble has always been like in
a
January, and it's
separate.
always because
Okay.
the Royal
So,
Rumble is always like the beginning of WrestleMania. So like as soon
right.
as the Royal Rumble hits, WrestleMania is yeah, like it's
Okay,
coming.
so because earlier when you asked me, I think I was thinking of a
The battle
battle
royals,
royal.
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of that was one of my favorites
I
in
mean
a WrestleMania.
they do those all the time too. Yeah.
And
Oh
it was the King Kong Bundy, Hulk
yeah,
Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, like all the greats.
yeah. I know. Okay, I know exactly what. Yeah,
Probably like 87,
I think it was 8 then.
88.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was 8 then.
It
Like I
was
said,
fucking
I
awesome.
don't remember too much. But I'll have to remember that one though. And once I do, I'll make sure I put you down for that one since it's your favorite.
And I'll look up too and double check.
Yeah, I always forget. Like I said, that's why I wanted to try to do the ones I remembered because then I can tell like stories. Like I'm gonna tell a story with my friend Corey that is kind of funny. We there was just something that happened that night where we ended up having to do that. We talk about all the time. We're like, dude, like how did we do this and why did we do this? We also had to go to bed early too because it was a school night. Like they don't understand. It's so lucky nowadays. I know I've said it a few times, but they just don't understand. These pay-per-views on Sundays sucked having to wake up for school. Like I
Yeah.
want to have Saturday pay-per-views, have parties. Like the parties would have been so much better too. Jadis, why are you trying to tell Gina? I guess I have a girl name. I guess it's Tina instead of Tino. I guess it's Tina. I guess I'm Tina. So I guess so. I guess I'm Tina. This is how
That's messed
Batista
up.
ends it. I forget. I forget how many power bombs he does. Is this the end? This might be the end, Gina.
The end.
1, 2, 3, and Batista is your new world heavyweight champion. And as you guys know, this is how, as I said, John Cena and Batista's careers ended or started, I should say, and we all know how they're ending. Batista's probably going to the Hall of Fame this year in Hollywood, where he should. And now that's kind of cool that we could, like, if he does go into it this year, it's kind of cool to think about that he won his first world title at Hollywood in WrestleMania. and now he's going to the Hall of Fame. So they do pay-per-views now Saturdays. Yes, now they do, but not at this time. I had to go to bed at like 10 o'clock on Sundays, so I wasn't able to stay up for this. But Batista's your world champion. And guys, that was WrestleMania 21 goes Hollywood. We've made it through it all, Gina. We got through it. We did it.
Honestly, I thought I was going to be here for like half hour, and this is probably the longest I've ever been on a podcast.
So sorry. I should have told you that I'm so sorry.
No. I thought in my head, I was like, oh, I'm probably going to just be on it for like an hour, so.
Gotcha.
I had so much fun, is what I'm trying to say.
Coming on. Thank you so much. I appreciate
I
you.
had so much fun.
I did too.
I had a blast.
It's nice to talk besides wrestling. It's fun, even watching it, it's nice to talk some stuff. So before we go here, though, I like to give everybody their time to shine. So if you want to go tell everybody where to go follow you, go subscribe, go do everything before we go here. So this is your time, Gina. It's all you. The floor is yours.
Guys, if you want to subscribe, I cover sports, NFL, NBA, and we're going to start doing baseball after opening day. We mostly focus on 49ers, Warriors, and San Francisco Giants, but my co-hosts are fans of other teams. Which teams? Well, why don't you stop by the channel and find out. Gina Rep in the Bay Productions. Come check me out. Subscribe, like.
Yeah. There you go, Gina. Let everybody know. Sorry, I got a message as soon as you started saying that flipping chat starts going. But yeah, no, everybody go make sure you go subscribe to Gina. I'll also make sure if you want to send me your link in Twitter, I'll put it in the description so then everybody can find it easier. So then it's just easier, especially when I'm live in a half hour, then they can just go click on it for you.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, Gina, I appreciate you coming, hanging out. Almost 4 hours we've been here, so I appreciate you taking 4 hours of your day, spending it here with Tino. Hope to have you on again sometime. Or I come on yours, we talk some football, baseball, some other things.
Definitely.
So, guys, I'm actually going to say goodbye here, too, because I'm going to go, and I got to go check on my grandma and everything. So, guys, this was WrestleMania 21. What a great show. We'll talk about it more when we come back here in a half an hour to watch WrestleMania 22. So, thank you guys all. But, obviously, we'll be back here in a half an hour, so there's not too much to say. This is all we have here for you on this episode. We'll be back to watch WrestleMania 22. Watch WrestleMania 22. But guys, for now, this is your boy Tina and Gina signing out.